eventually.
And we're live.
It says we're live. Hi, I don't do this, but I'm doing it now. This is going to be the second iteration of Golden Age Adventures in Retirement. Joining me tonight for this wonderful excursion are the illustrious and wonderful Grandma Abtab, Carol Dunster. Hello.
Yay!
The lovely and incomparable Yvonne Hubble.
Woo, 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 woo.
The figured out how to get his XSplit to work, Paul Cool. Oh dear God.
That works. Definitely close.
Yay!
Yay.
Like, I am so sorry. And then finally, the I'm not gonna video camera this shit. Fuck all y'all. Luke, is it Luke? Great Luke's something. I don't know.
And our DM is as senile as the characters.
The
Yeah, I'll
DM
go.
is drinking. Thank you, Luke. I'm sorry. The DM's drinking tonight. But it's not going to be about me at all. It's going to be about all of these lovely people. So, first things first, before I do the intro, I'm going to let you guys take a moment to introduce your characters that you'll be playing tonight. Let's start with Carol because you're on that end.
At least for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be playing Abby tonight. Abby's just your basic sort of cranky old crone of a witch. She's 82. She got stuck here. She didn't like it. But she's managed to make friends with these other reprobates. And I imagine we'll have a good time tonight.
Love it. And now it's Paul. That's you, Paul. You're on.
Hi, everyone. I'm playing Donnie Valtem. He's an old soldier, battlefield commander, and he has a bit of magic, and he's accompanied by his twin ravens. They just won't leave him alone. They always keep an eye on him.
Dude, that mask. That's awesome.
That's something. Like, that's commitment to the bit. And now Luke. You're muted. There you go.
You're still muted.
Greetings, I am unmuted now. I will be playing Morgul the Magnificent Honeysuckle. Of course, I am a necromancer, raised by halflings, and where am I?
Awesome. Like, that's what I'm looking for. And then finally, whoops, hold on. Sorry, that's my bad. Then finally, Yvonne.
All right, so I will be playing Dorina. She is a dwarf who happened to, over the years, learn to be a comparable war cleric. Now, all these folks are young to her. She has kind of lost the actual numbers as to how old she is, but she thinks she's close to like 275, 300, something like that. I mean, she's pretty up there, but you know, she's not old comparably for a dwarf, but she's kind of older. She got tired of running around and playing with the youngins.
Like you do.
Oh, yeah, darling. You think you're so cool. You think you're older than the rest of us. You'll get your comeuppance.
All right, so this game is going to take place at the Golden Age Retirement Home. The Golden Age Retirement Home is the premier place to retire in style if you're an adventurer of any worth or metal at all. The place is set up like a giant community wherein the adventurers all have their own keep, like not like a keep, but they, some adventurers choose to have modest cottages, some have more lavish housing, and then there are facilities for entertainment and recreation available on site. One such establishment that's located on site is the Golden Corral, which happens to be one of the places that our adventurers loves to go and meet up on a weekly basis to. Did we decide that was bridge that you're playing?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Bridge, dice, whatever it is that suits their fancy. There's one particular group of friends who happen to meet up at least once a week. This week is no different. And they've all met up and are starting to gather at the Golden Corral for their weekly meetup, for their game, their gossip, their camaraderie. The proprietor of the Golden Corral, Yababa, is pretty well known in the area, probably because she runs the only watering hole, if you will. She offers several different libations so that you can continue to feel like you're out in the field and adventuring. But her specialty is a concoction that is something that's hooch and prune juice. We're not entirely sure what all it is she puts in there, but most of the time, you probably don't want to order that. And that's where we're going to find our adventurers, all gathering for their weekly game around the table. Meeting and greeting. And discussing whatever bullshit happened to them last week. Oh, by the way, this is an adult thing, so if you have a problem with bad language, leave now.
You have been warned. So, none of you are dead. This is good. You've made it another week. What you been doing?
I see. I see how it is. Yes, you've made it another week too. I haven't been doing too much. I got a card from my granddaughter.
Isn't that sweet? I don't have any children, so I wouldn't know.
She pulls out this like flowery card, and I love you, Grandma, all over it. Makes everybody else looks at it.
Cute. Whatever.
One of my grandkids showed up. She wants more of her inheritance. I'm not ready to give it all up yet.
Yeah,
So get it when I'm
yourself. That's your money. Spend it on yourself.
See, and that's why I didn't have any kids. I didn't want to share my crap with them.
Yeah, Baba wanders over. Yeah, I hear that. Kids suck. So, I get you guys all the usual, yeah? Where's your friend? The one who gets this, the one who gets the, like, Bloody Mary. Where he?
Running late, probably.
Yeah, I just get you your usuals then. And she wanders off.
So aside from the kid thing, what's going on?
Not so much. What about you?
I think I Got a letter from an old companion. Actually, it was from one of his kids. He had passed away. I mean, it was a really good sort. I mean, it's sad to see my friends, the ones that I used to travel with, die off. I mean, I've seen quite a few of them pass away due to the adventuring. I mean, that's something you got to expect, but to die from old age, something we didn't expect from each other, It's kind of sad.
I didn't think we'd live long enough to die of old age. Honestly.
True enough.
Yeah, Baba waddles back up to the table with your orders. Yeah, I know. All of our friends are dead. That's just the way it goes around here. Here are your drinks. I see you talking, and you have another card from grandkids. Oh, your friend in here a couple days ago talking about getting letter from son. Super excited about that.
I think my granddaughter might be getting married.
Well, congratulations.
I wish I had something to do.
Well, we could try to do something besides cards. I mean, we used to play other games when we were younger. I mean, I know I did.
Yeah, what do we do?
Well, I mean, if we're not going to play a game, we might as well just go back to our places and take naps or whatever old people do.
I've got some knitting, I suppose, in a pinch. She pulls out a bag. Her knitting needles start clacking as she starts knitting away on some crazy-looking scarf. Knitting. I think we need to kill something.
My God, I can't remember the last time I killed something.
Me either.
You guys don't kill anything anymore. You're too old, too frail. But speaking of frail, your friend might have died. You might want to check on him. Haven't seen him in a couple days.
Huh.
Which one again? Everyone's about to die. I can't keep track of all of them.
Oh, short, beardy, dwarfy friend, Guy. He usually come in at least once a day for your Bubba special. He needs it to keep regular.
Huh. Abby gets agitated, starts to wave her cane around in the air, and sparks come flying out of it, and she goes, "He can't be dying. We need him. How are we going to have any fun?"
It's Donnie's trying to remember who this guy is. Short, bearded dwarf. He looks over at Dorina. No,
not me. No, not me.
Abby's not actually quite sure who he is, but she's just irritated because somebody's not there.
All right, so roll some memory checks. What would that be? Intelligence. Roll some intelligence checks.
The first and last of the game. Natural 20. Plus 1.
13 for Abby.
Ooh, big old 9.
And Luke, you're still muted. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh yeah, I knew.
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah. Good.
Okay, well, a couple of you you suddenly remember that Guy is the other guy who plays cards with you. Your friend, Guy McGuffin. He's normally there. He's just another retired adventurer like the rest of you. And it is a little super weird that he didn't show up for your game. He might be dead. because, all of your friends are dying.
Well, let's go check. Abby stuffs her knitting back in her bag.
What are you checking?
Or check up on Guy.
Oh, yeah, I guess he isn't here.
No, he isn't.
To be honest, I didn't really notice until you said something.
All right. Let's go find this MacGuffin.
Where was his room again?
There is a large and a flushing sound, and a door opens, and Morgo steps out. He's like, "Darn it! I gonna get this stuff out of me fast enough."
Ugh. Listen here, Fargo. Let's go find MacGuffin.
Who is MacGuffin?
We play games with him, We roll the dice. We play bridge. He's the one that went on a 6-no trump last week.
Oh, him. Never heard of him.
Ugh.
I'll go where you go, though.
Okay, so did you guys decide that you're going to go check up on Guy? For the sake of this, we'll decide that at least because, Nat 20 over there probably remembers where he lives in the community. And because you're all slow and old, we're going to go ahead and like pretend there's like a montage of like some old folks shuffling as you make your way.
All
And
except Abby.
There's the end of the session.
It'll take us 4 hours just to get there. No, all except for Abby, who shakes out her cane and steps over it and says, "Come on, my precious!" And it turns into a broom, and she's going to gently fly along with everybody else because walking is too much work.
Excellent. So, with most of you shuffling and Abby just cruising along, you eventually make your way to Guy's abode. Guy's house, he opted for more modest housing. His place is more cottagey than manery. It is a 1-story cottage that is isolated from some of the surrounding areas. And you know from having been there a couple of times that he likes his privacy, and he he basically likes to spend a lot of his time like reminiscing about the old days and tinkering around with like a couple of projects that he has that he's never going to finish. So you reach the cottage and the door is closed. The blinds are down. What are you going to do?
Well, we could do this. Let's try knocking first, I guess. If not, I can get us inside. Prefer not to do it that way. I haven't done that way in a while, but
Yes, Cindy boy, I think you should knock.
I'm going to pound on the door. Guy!
Guy! You wait a couple seconds. You don't hear anything inside. Nothing happens. What do you want to do next? By the way, spoiler alert, DM smokes, so every once in a while, you're gonna see this, and it's okay.
Well, I've done my part. Next.
And who's going to tell us what we see when we go in? What do we see when we go in? I guess we can make
Are you opening the door then? Because so far you've just knocked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's going to tell us if he answers?
So, if you choose to try the door, you'll find that it's not locked because Guy's very irresponsible like that.
He needs to be more careful.
I guess so, when all of his friends are all like, we need to kill something. So, you walk into Guy's abode. As I said before, you already knew that it was a very humble cottage-like house. But god damn, you didn't remember that he was such a fucking hoarder. Like, he's got things stacked everywhere. There's things hanging on his walls. He's got parchments like unrolled on tables and such. But you're kind of you're kind of like, oh, this is just Guy. But you walk in and he's not immediately present in the room.
Do we,
Is the place okay? Obviously, there's lots of stuff lying around, but is it dirty?
I mean, it's pretty orderly for how much stuff is packed in here. Like, you get the impression that if you ask Guy to find you like a certain scroll or parchment or like item that he's tinkering with or a specific tool, he'd be able to produce it in minutes.
how does it smell? If we take a good whiff, can we smell anything like rotting bodies?
It smells like oil, like what is it, like not like motor oil, but like more like WD-40 and old books.
That doesn't smell too unusual for Guy.
Oh, I love the smell of old books.
Yes, yes. Abby's going to start poking around with her cane. Guy, where are you? And looking around the stacks and see if she can find anything.
There is also, just so you know, there's also like a kitchen. Like, there's 3 additional rooms. One of them is a like kitchen food prep kind of thing. There's a bedroom, like a cozy little bedroom, and then there's an indoor outhouse because y'all are retired adventurers and you live in style.
I'm going to merge with my bird, and I am going to go fly around, see if I can find him.
Okay, where are you sending your bird?
I'm just going to fly around, see if I find him, and fly around the kitchen. See if the bedroom door is open. I'll fly over into there, just all around wherever it's open. If it's not open, then I'll just change back and open and knock on a bedroom door, sort of thing. If I haven't found him yet.
All of the doors are open. It's not Guy's style to just like close doors, because why? So your bird flies, the raven flies into the bedroom and just sees, an unkempt bed, laundry, just random stuff that you'd expect to see, but no Guy. The raven flies into the outhouse and right the fuck back out. There's no Guy in there, but your raven's not lingering. Then the raven flies into the kitchen area. There's no Guy there, but your raven, can you roll a perception check for me for your raven? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's my perception check because I'm
Okay.
merged with it. So, let's see. 22. I rolled bad.
Well, the first thing you notice is you're like, oh man, guy needs to hire a fucking housekeeper because his kitchen is, compared to everything else, is kind of a shambles. But one thing that you do notice is there is a plate sitting on the counter with a sandwich that looks like it had been prepared with care, like he wanted to have a fucking delicious sandwich, but it's still fucking sitting there, and it looks like it's been sitting there for a couple days. There's a couple flies buzzing around it.
That's unlike him to leave a nice yummy sandwich lying around.
Oh yeah, who leaves a fucking yummy sandwich lying around?
Yeah, I know. I fly back and turn back into my humanoid form with the raven on my shoulder, and I say, "Strange. I don't see him anywhere, and he left half-eaten, a sandwich still just lying on the counter. It looks like it's been a while. It's starting to like it's doesn't look like he's been here for a while, which is strange. I wouldn't have left a nice sandwich like that."
So Abby's going to look around even more. She's gotten kind of interested now. Like, oh, what happened? Since he doesn't seem to be laying here dead, which would be boring. And sad. As she looks around, would she find anything disturbed? Any clues to, like, did someone drag him out? Did he leave any kind of note or notice? Or
Why, Abby, why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation check?
Can I help her?
You may.
So I'll give you advantage unless you want me to roll separately.
No, I'll take the advantage on that
Okay.
one, I guess. That's a total of 17.
Okay, Abby, you notice, because you know that Guy likes his fucking chair. Whenever you go and visit him, he just plops down in this chair that's like kind of in the room near the fireplace. Like, it's very homey. You notice that there is a painting that's sitting by his chair, with some wrappings. Like, it looks like there were some parcel wrappings that were torn open, and they're kind of sitting around the base as well. And you know that it's not like Guy, that like that's pretty disorderly for his living room situation. So you think that there might be something wrong with that.
Just like, hey, everybody, come over here and take a look at this. This doesn't seem so much like Guy. But I wonder what it means.
What do you mean, like the fact that he's not sitting his butt in the chair?
Well, and leaving this, I mean, the house is full of stuff, but it's not messy. And this stuff is messy.
It's not like him to leave a mess.
No, and half a sandwich to boot. That's something is wrong. Maybe he needs help.
Hey, Margot, what do you think?
I think I want that sandwich.
It's been sitting for a few days. I don't know if
Didn't you just have irritable bowels a few minutes ago?
it's the halfling in him.
But he's not a halfling. He needs to figure that out.
Yeah, well, that's why he's always wanting to eat. Look.
Well, I don't care if he ate a halfling and you can use that as the halfling in him. He is not a halfling. That's like him trying to say he's a dwarf. He's not a dwarf.
Heck, I look more like a halfling than he does, and she kind of gives a little cackle. She's only 4'11".
Margot wanders over.
Wanders over to the sandwich. God damn it.
Margot,
Don't do it. You'll regret it.
don't. She takes her cane and she whacks him on the wrist with it, and sparks fly all over.
Oof.
Stop that!
I
You're gonna
swear-
be sorry.
I swear, I will not heal you this time. You do this, you suffer the consequences.
But we'll probably suffer the consequences, sadly. Just stop it, Margot.
Ultimately, it's your friends that suffer.
So true.
Okay, so who else wants to investigate those items? Anyone? You're welcome to.
So what's been investigated so far? Just the chair and the sandwich?
I don't think anybody's actually looked at the wrappings on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is look at the wrappings.
Sandwich is gone.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll investigate the wrappings. If I
Just
can.
don't eat them, Doris.
I don't think there's any issues with that. Let's see. 23.
All right. You're turning the wrappings over, twine, paper, etc. And, you're like, this is a parcel wrapping. And you pretty much deduce based on its size and whatnot, you're like, that painting must have come in this. And it's addressed to Guy. The return address on it is for Fieri, Guy's son, who is a traveling bard who goes from town to town and eats shit.
Did you say Guy Fieri? Sorry.
No, Fieri's Guy's son.
Fieri MacGuffin. Okay, sorry. Okay.
So you could probably deduce from this that his son must have sent him this painting.
Actually, do I know of anything else in this house that might have been from his son? It's something, another letter, or something else written by him, just to compare.
No, Fieri doesn't really think of his father that frequently. So the fact that the painting showed up is rare, which is probably why he was spouting off to Yababa about the fact that his son reached out to him. Poor guy, he lives a sad existence where his adult children don't want to talk to him. So.
Well, mine just want to talk to me because they want all my stuff. Okay, I'll examine the painting.
Okay. So you're looking at the painting, and it's a very nice rendering. It is like an oil painting that depicts like a generic woodland background with dwarves and mice holding hands and dancing around like what looks to be a bonfire.
Is this what passes for art with these kids these days?
But one of the things that you do notice is that it's in a very nice frame. How's your eyesight there, Chief? Can you
the eyesight's
grade school.
The eyesight is the one thing that hasn't gone on this body.
Sweet. Can you roll an investigation for me on the painting?
Sure, I have a few points in there. Okay, remember I said I rolled the first and probably the last 20? Well, I just rolled its counterpart, natural 1.
Oh.
For a total of 6. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe my eyesight is going.
Careful with that thing there, city boy. You'll break it.
You're looking at the painting and you're just like, what a gaudy piece of shit. like, and just kind of hand it off to somebody else. Like, who likes this shit? Nobody.
This hurts my brain. Someone
Oh,
else.
there's dwarves in it. That's cool. Let me see. And I guess I will investigate now.
Yes,
hopefully.
please.
Okay.
Can I perhaps help her, since this seems to be a difficult thing?
Sure. Let
Well,
me
she can have
hold
advantage.
your spectacles up for you.
Yes.
I got
I've got a magnifying glass here
I got a 12.
with advantage.
Oh,
I was doing the helping thing.
16.
Wunderbar. So you're looking at the painting and you're like, oh God, this is pretty shitty. But you're then kind of looking at the frame and you're like, this is a nice frame. All right. And you notice that there's some etchings in the back of the frame. They look like runes.
Margot will like to come over and attempt to see if he can determine these runes.
What languages do you speak?
Hold on, I speak. Let me get my proficiencies. I speak Common, Halfling, and Infernal.
Brilliant. You're looking at the runes and you can't really figure out what they say. Hey, do me a favor also. Roll a d20 for me.
I was about a 6.
A 6. While you're holding the painting, suddenly your eyesight just kind of starts like, and you kind of feel a little bit of vertigo coming over you. Can I get you to give me a con save?
Alrighty. That is. Let me just see. With a +4, that is a 5.
Oh, like suddenly the world is just like, and you just kind of fall over, like, and you've fallen, and you are prone.
And he can't get up. No.
So that's a different thing.
I've fallen and it'll cost half my movement.
I did warn you about that sandwich.
Suddenly Morgo, like, oh, over onto the floor.
And I did warn you, I'm not healing you this time. Suffer.
I would offer to help him up, but my strength was one of the first things to go. The second was my constitution, but I'm going to look at the runes as well, like not put it together that the runes might have caused it yet. So I'll try to see if I can understand.
Your friend's just like, he just like keeled over onto the floor. He's like, and you're just like, yep, okay, hold on, I'm gonna look at this shit. I love this.
You can feel over next. Yes.
I have common, celestial, orc, and gnome.
And you're looking at it and you're like, I don't know what this one is. And you're like, there's etchings. I don't know.
Abby's kind of like, what are you people doing? I can read that.
Well, I can read it too. I just don't want to use. I don't want to cast a spell.
No. I can just read it.
Oh.
I don't know what your problem is.
All right, fine.
Because Abigail has eyes of the Runekeeper, she can read all writing.
Brilliant.
So she's going to go over and read this, and hopefully she won't need some sort of save and keep her falling over on the floor. But not necessarily out loud. She's going to read it to herself.
You read it, and it says, together we were there together once. Together we will be there again.
We're there together.
But you're reading it to yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Together. What's the rest of it? Together.
To
We were
what is it?
we were there together once. Together.
We will be there again.
It doesn't seem that dangerous to her, so she's going to say it out loud.
She's just going to say that out loud.
Oh, should she? I think maybe she's going to roll a. What would she roll to determine if there's something crazy going on with this?
Arcana check.
An Arcana check, yeah.
Is it?
Sure.
What language is it in? Abby?
It's in. Oh, because you would know that, right? From
I
your.
would know that, yes.
It's in
'Cause I could-
Dwarven.
Ah.
The one person,
the 100%
the
that
one,
knows
the
native
one person who
language.
could read it is the one who didn't read it.
Let's see, what am I rolling here again? I'm rolling Arcana.
Arcana.
Okay, that's a total of 13.
Okay. You don't recognize like a spell or anything in this. Like, I mean, it's Dwarven runes.
Okay. So she's just like looking at it, knowing all of those Dorman's room. She says, come over here, Doris, and take a look at this and see if I've got it right.
Okay, so I'll come over and take a peek.
I'm assuming it is, but
So you have Dwarven, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're reading it. You read the same thing.
yeah, and I'd say, I'd say to say, but doesn't it say we were there together once, together we will be there again?
It
What does
almost
that
sounds
mean?
it almost sounds like a spell, doesn't it?
Yeah, I didn't notice any magic about it.
Maybe it's a code.
That seems
Predetermined.
Seems likely.
Don't expect me to hold hands with everybody in a circle and sing, okay?
Kumbaya, kumbaya.
About that time, Abigail remembers that, oh yeah, Margot's there on the floor. Margot? Fargo? What, are you all right?
Margot's just looking up from the floor, just casually, just like, I need some help.
Can I help you get up? And of course, she's like tiny.
I'm frail as well, so that's why I didn't help him.
She's all of like 4'11" and all bent over and crunkled up.
I figure the only one who has any strength left is
Here, I'll grab him. And I just yank his butt up.
We got 3 weak casters and a dwarf.
I still think it was a sandwich, though.
We've
It's
got a
gotta
bunch of
quit
old
eating.
folks like just squinting at this
Totally.
stuff like,
I am totally in agreement. It was a stinking sandwich.
I'll be nice. I'll cast Spare the Dying.
and
Hope you didn't hit your head on the way down.
It's a cantrip anyway.
Margot is stable. It's fine.
Fargo, you gotta quit eating that stuff.
It's only because I didn't have the other half.
No. It's because that was old and nasty. I
Honestly,
saw that thing.
honestly, if you would have had the other half, I think you'd be dead.
Yeah, we'd be holding funeral rites. Oh, man. We gotta find Guy, right? Yeah, that's what we were doing. And Abby's eyes start drifting, wandering around the room sort of aimlessly for a moment.
So I'm decided I'm going to take a look at the frame again. And this time, instead of reading it in common, I'm going to read it in Dwarvish itself and see how it comes across out, out of the tongue.
Well, Dwarven's Dwarven's a little gruff and guttural.
It's majestic. It's poetry.
You read the runes again, and you read them out loud in Dwarvish. And are you holding the painting?
Absolutely.
Perfect. It starts to shake in your hands. Like,
this might have been a transportation thing after all, folks.
and it suddenly starts to like push on your hands a little bit. Like it's starting to like push your hands outward until you're holding it at about like a 3-foot like level, and it's still shaking, and suddenly the top of the painting begins to elongate, and it elongates up to about 7 or 8 feet, and then the shaking stops, and the distorted picture from the painting begins to shimmer. So now you're basically just looking at shimmer, like the surface of the water, while the sun is shining down upon it.
I think I'd like to do another arcane check on that one.
Go ahead.
Can't roll anything. Brawl of 11.
It sure looks shimmery.
Yes, it's shimmering.
And you're guessing it's magical because it suddenly expanded.
She pokes at it with her cane to see if the cane just disappears into it or what happens.
Hey,
You poke your cane at it, and the cane does kind of go right through the shimmer.
Morgo, you know magic. Get a better look at that. Come on, be useful.
I thought I knew magic. Yeah, Margot, come on.
Oh, fine.
He looks like he might be more formally trained than you or me.
I've had years and years of practice.
Margot attempts to crack his knuckles, but stops on the pain, and gets a better look at magically identifying this. He got... Okay, that's... that is 28 Arcana check.
Brilliant. So, you know from your past, experience with magic and all of that, you recognize this as a teleportation portal. Albeit, I don't know if you've ever seen any that were in paintings before. This is my cat. Hi. But you do know, like, you've seen that shimmer. You know what the fuck that shimmer's all about.
And using my previous experiences, I would know that. Okay. So, Morgo will turn back to his compatriots and I know what this is. This is a teleportation circle to another plane of existence. Probably, maybe.
I would have figured that out.
Mm-hmm. So, we figured out where he went. All right, go back to the bar. Back to play some games, something.
What? We're just gonna. We don't know where he went. We don't know what happened to him.
He went over there. See?
Well, I think we better go check up on him.
I think I better go get my armor if we're going anywhere, because I don't have that with me. I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Oh,
I think that's a good plan. I'll go get my leathers. I haven't worn those for a long time.
Domi has a fanny pack. Donnie has a fanny pack on. He opens it up. He pulls out this black metal rod, puts it down uh, away from Morgo, pulls out some breastplate with some runes on it, pulls out a few more items. Let's see. Shield. And he proceeds to put on the armor. It looks like it's oversized. He slides into it like an oversized sweater, and then it shrinks on him. He says a magic word, and then he puts up the shield and holds a little rod in his hand and said, "All right, is there a comfy chair in here?"
There is the chair that's right by the fireplace is Guy's favorite, and it's a pretty comfy like wingback armchair.
All right, I'm gonna go take a nap. If we're going on an adventure, I need a nap.
Yes, it's complete with butt-shaped holes in the seat.
All right, so we're gonna montage past this as well. So Donnie's taking a power nap in the chair while Dorina's going to fetch her gear, and what Abby's also going to fetch her gear as well. What's Morgo doing during the montage?
Oh, Margot is wandering up and down the hallway every once in a while, mumbling to himself, and then out of nowhere looking to his right and talking to somebody who's not there, and then wandering a little bit further down the hallway.
The ravens just eye him every time he walks by.
So yeah, we're gonna montage that because these retired adventurers have felt the call to adventure. It's just going to take them a while to gather themselves. And then they meet back at Guy's house where the painting is still shimmering.
Hold on, before we go, I gotta go. I'll be right back. And he goes to the outhouse.
Speaking of going to the outhouse, does anybody need to take like a 5-minute at this point? Because it seems like a good spot. Hey, DM's gonna get some more wine. We're gonna take 5. See you
I
back.
I have to grab my monster manual.
Yes, DM's going after the monster manual, pretending it's just wine. We get it.
It's really just wine, I swear.
I swear I didn't pick conjure greater demon or anything.
I've already done my monsters. Look, I've got prep. That's my prep. P.S. viewers. Do I have any viewers? I prep shitty. So here we are. All right, back in 5.
I can't hear you.
Nobody can hear me. I was muted because I've got the mute headset, so I do that. Double up. I was just saying, look, Carol's got doggos. Look at her AFK picture. It's amazing.
They are adorable.
They're
By the
so
way,
cute.
your
That's-
cat
the
is
girls.
adorable.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Jack normally is, I mean, he's pretty needy, but he's normally not that needy, but he is today.
I will show you a not so needy cat because he decided he wanted to say hi. This is Mo.
Aw, he's so cute.
Wait, hold on. Where's the cat? Show me the cat. Oh my god, look at the cat. Oh my god, your cat's enormous.
And he's smaller than he used to be. He's about 15.
Oh my gosh, he's quite the animal he is.
Oh,
Okay.
he's walking away. Fuck
He
off.
wants out of the room, so let me let him out.
Okay. Yeah, spoiler alert. I love cats.
I'll see if I can find you a kitty picture to put up on mine
Okay.
before we get started. Come on, kitties, where are you? You don't
By
need
the
to
by,
picture my Pokemon.
disclaimer. Because I don't stream. This isn't something that I do. My profile picture on this is from the lovely and talented Allie, who does the amazing comic Hyperbole and a Half. I don't even know if she fucking still does it, but that ain't my fucking picture. That's her picture. Like, I don't
Why
want
am I finding
anybody.
dogs? Oh, I keep finding things like that.
Duckies?
Baby duckies.
Just rando duckies. Like, here we go.
Those are my duckies.
Oh, okay. So they're not rando duckies.
No, those are my babies.
Did
I
you
still have one of them, and she's like 9 years old.
Did
I have
you
about
name them?
her name is Coco.
Sweet.
She's brown and white.
Yeah, I don't keep duckies. I just have cats. They're
No, I've had
both
duckies for about 13 years. I like duckies.
duckies are amazing.
And why am I not finding the pictures I'm looking for, though?
I don't know, but we
That's
enjoy your doggos.
Well, here's a kitty, but we don't have him anymore. That's Tiger, obviously.
Oh, he looks like my old kitty. My that one of my first cats that I got bonded with. Rest in
Yep.
peace. Yeah, he was a feral cat. Like, he just kept showing up on our deck every day. So like, like the good 8-year-old I was, I would just go out and feed him, be like, "Here, kitty, have food." I did that. I feed wildlife randomly. So, like, when I was 8, I would feed the cat, I would feed the raccoons, I would feed the squirrels.
Oh, so cute.
Look at the cute dog.
This is
There.
Gracie.
What a
She's
cutie
almost 4 months.
Yeah, she's a baby.
Oh,
She's a baby puppy. There's our farm cat that moved in with our horse years ago. We ended up
Oh
losing
my
her.
God.
We got to keep Spud. He's a big cat. Oh, your baby's adorable. She's so cute.
We just had her first little trim, so
I
she can
see
see now.
All right.
I just locked the camera on you. Okay, I'm gonna take it off now since your dog's
Oh,
like
hi.
I don't want it to be weird, Paul. I'm just saying.
I bet there should be something of Shadow on here somewhere. Oh, there's one of Shadow sleeping in the
think-
dog crate.
I think you control the feed, so if you keep it on someone's thing, it'll stay on that on the YouTube.
See, there it is. There's Shadow.
I know some things. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the kitty.
That's my baby.
I just didn't know how to fucking broadcast. I know how the hangout shit works.
Yeah, Shadow's half Oriental short hair and half traveling sales cat.
Does she like wander around like hello, I'm a provider of needful things.
Practically, he's like, hi, I like you. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a dog, a cat, or a person. I love you. That's Shadow. He's the best cat ever. He's a little bitty though.
I love it. I have shitty cats. Really shitty cats.
The other one, the black and white one, he's an ex barn cat, and you don't cut his toenails, you don't give him pills, you don't do nothing to him, and he'll be mostly pretty well behaved. And he hates it when you catch him playing. It's hilarious.
The cat that appeared on stream was Jack. He's a lover. He's fantastic. I love him to
He's
death.
cute.
The other cat, if she decides to make an appearance, she's sitting right over there just looking at me. She's a bitch. She's such a bitch. She's the reason why I don't have people over to my house. Like,
Oh, no.
she will try to kill them.
Oh, Spud decided to be more or less tame after a few years as a house cat.
Yeah, so hey, Luke, let us know when you're back.
That's all right. We'll just sit here and hang out on
Well,
animals.
we're just fucking like we're Animal Planet until fucking Luke comes back. It's fine.
I've got innumerable pictures I can send people.
Have you been following the chat on YouTube?
Not much going on right now.
Should I?
Oh no, Nick Hughes wants to get into game.
One of those games, yes.
It's just Carol and Dave.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm like, oh god. I'm like actually scared people watch this. Like, oh god. No, don't.
Well, right now, 4 people watching, so I'm guessing it's Carol, myself, Dave, and Nick Hughes. I guess I
Probably.
can't view.
I'm there, but I don't know if I count. I know nothing about any of this.
Oh, if you're there, you probably count.
I just joined in there, so
There
we
we go,
can
5
talk
people.
over there too.
yeah.
Yeah, ping me if anybody says anything important, like, DM's bra straps showing or the audio cut out. Like, these are things I need to know. So,
Nah, not really.
Dave says we should be scared. Okay.
All right. Scared of what, Dave?
Everything. No.
so so as I said
Very,
before,
very quiet. We're freaking out Tamiko.
if you're with AbTab and you haven't considered it, and you can afford it, consider going to AtCon, because that's where I met most of these folks previously. I actually played in a game that was ran by Brandon, Runehammer, if you will, because that's what he goes by now, Runehammer.
And that's how I got to meet Tamiko. I was in that game too.
Yep, we played the Viking game. I played that with Carol and Dave.
That's
Hi,
right. Dave was there too.
And then I played in the Jake and Drake game, which was
man.
hysterical. It was a riff on what dungeon was that?
Oh God, I don't remember.
Oh, it was the Tomb of Minor Inconvenience.
Oh yes,
Yes,
that
yes.
was so
Called it.
hilarious.
And I played
the
in
whole
that
half
game
of the
with
room
Todd.
was laughing so loud. I wish I could get closer.
What was it? That Minotaur? Oh
No.
my!
Oh yeah, Jake running around as a minotaur was hilarious. We could hear him where we were. But we had our own game going over there that Dave was running. There we go. Luke is back.
Hey. All right. So we can pick up whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So
That's all that matters, right?
you've all gathered your gear for the call to adventure, and you've met back up at Guy's house, and you're all standing there, and Donnie's sitting in the chair sleeping.
Abby's gonna start poking him with her cane. Just slap the chair next to him, and sparks will fly off her cane again. Wake up!
What? What?
It's time
Actually-
to go.
Actually, as you get closer and you look like you're gonna poke, the raven glares at you, and I wake
Oh,
up.
stop it!
It's one of the abilities. I don't have to keep watch. So he wakes. The raven wakes me up just as you're about to poke me.
I wasn't gonna hit him.
Oh, I've been watching. I may be asleep, but doesn't mean I'm asleep.
I heard you snore. Let's get ready.
Yeah, but his eyes are my eyes. I pet the raven on the shoulder.
Abby rolls her eyes. Let's get going. You people take
As he
forever.
walks away, as he says, "Fine, I'll go in first." And as he walks in, the raven's eyes are still on you, Abby.
She glares at that raven. I don't have any reason not to hit you, do I?
Not yet.
And so you walk through the shimmering portal.
Yeah, hold up my shield, the rod, tiny little, almost like just a long magic wand type thing. It looks just a black metal rod, and there at the top there's a black gem and maybe a few little black feathers on it.
And Donnie disappears into the shimmer. His raven rolls its eyes and flies in behind.
Abby takes a moment, shakes her rod in the air, mutters some words, taps herself on the head. The sparks fall all over her, and she casts mage armor on herself. And then she's going to step in behind him.
And then Abby steps through the portal.
Stretching. God, this stuff is so heavy. I don't remember it being so darn heavy. Creaking. Throwing my my maul over my shoulder. Oh, I guess I better trudge through as well.
And Dorina, maul over the shoulder, steps through the portal as well. Morgo
kind of releases his cloak down all the way, which looks like the wings of a bat, and there's a hood that he puts over the top of his head, and clutching his arcane focus, his crystal, which is a rose embedded deep inside of it. He thinks about his wife who died many years ago, and pauses, looks around where he is, and says, "Where did everyone go? Oh, a teleportation circle! How convenient!" And steps through.
and Morgo steps through the portal. Now, as you all in turn step through the portal, it's bright for a moment until your eyes adjust. And then you notice that you're standing on a field. It is a vast, vast field, like reaching as far as you can see. And it's hard to see right now, like in the kind of glaring sunlight. And as you step through one after the other, you notice that where you walked from, there is a metal structure, like an arch, a very large metal arch. That's the metal for the arch is about as thick around as you know, your arm. It's pretty thick, but it seems a little too thin for, most arches than you're used to. What do you do?
As you guys pass through, you see Donnie has put on his raven mask, and the eyes are glowing red. And his cape, nice black feathered cape, starts billowing in the wind. Even if there is no wind, it's still billowing when you come out. He likes to make a nice entrance. And as you guys get there, he's already scanning the horizon, looking around for any signs of tracks or sign that their buddy came through here.
Oh, Sonny, Donnie, let's maybe take to the air and see if we can see something. And Abby, puts her cane down and steps over it and mutters a few words, and it sparkles, and all the sparks come out, and it turns into a broom, and she goes, "Come on, my precious," and sits down on the padded seat that's been built onto it and gets ready to fly off.
And Donnie holds out his hands with the cape, and a shape shifts in a way. He merges into the raven that's on his shoulder, and he takes off.
All right. How high up are you flying?
Oh, I think she's probably going about 40 feet up. She's not going real high, just so she can see better and doesn't get tired too fast.
Yeah, I'm going to probably go up about 50, 60 feet. A distance away so we can cover a little more ground, but keeping the party, the rest of the land dwellers in sight.
Yes.
All right.
You go that way, I'll go this way. Once she kind of circles around off to the right.
Okay. And Dorina and Morgo, what are you doing?
I look at them and I go, show offs. Just start walking straight out. It's like, well, there's nowhere, don't see any structures besides the arch, so any direction's a good direction.
Margot,
So
doing anything or just standing there like, what the
Um,
shit?
So two of his friends went flying off, and one of his friends is walking forward. So I guess Morgo is just going to follow, I suppose.
All right. I need Dorina and Morgo to roll a dex save. Oh, wait. I'm a DM. I should explain why. Suddenly, you see flying at you an enormous boulder. Like there is a giant round construct coming towards you. And you're like, oh shit! And so roll a dex save. P.S. I don't DM frequently.
But don't worry about it. Most of the DMs I know don't tell you until after you get the results what happened.
Yeah, mine's at 4.
Morgo used his supreme acrobatic skills to get a 5.
So the boulder comes flying at you, and you're both like, my friends are show-offs. What's going on? Smack! The boulder smacks into you. I get to roll dice! And you each take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And as the boulder flies over you, practically, it crashes into the side of like one of these metal, like the metal arch, and pings off of it and just kind of comes to a stop. Can I get, because I assume the flying people, were you like looking over, or would you have noticed what happened to your friends, do you think?
I'm sure I would have noticed.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody roll a perception check. Spoiler alert, it's a super low DC.
Oh, so even if I didn't roll a 1, but yeah, I rolled a 10, so 23.
Yeah, you're fine.
On the other hand, I did roll a 1, so even with a +6, that's 7.
Okay.
Although my passive perception is 21, so
Well, you know, if you rolled a 1.
I roll a 1. I pretty much
Yeah.
fail it, huh?
I got a 12.
Okay.
18 plus 6, 24.
All right. So while Abby's on her broom looking out into the distance, seeing what she can see, the rest of you notice that the train that fucking hit you is a sphere. It's a fucking sphere. Like, it's not a boulder, it's a sphere, and this fucker is like beige with like a giant red stripe. You're muted, Yvonne.
Okay. Who put us in the middle of a game? What do they call that thing? You know, the thing with the sticks, and you get it into the, you know, the ball, the sticks. You know what I mean?
While Darina's trying to talk this out, you suddenly feel the ground shake a little bit. Boom. And you feel it shake again. Boom. The folks who are up in the air, roll a perception check for me.
Okay, except for that 20, I haven't rolled over a 10. I got an 8 this time, so 21.
11.
Good thing that I'm perception.
Brilliant. So Abby's turned the wrong way, looking on her broom, like looking off into the distance. And Donnie, you
Just got
notice
dust in my eye. That's all. Just dust.
Donnie, you notice that there is a very large figure, like coming through the sun and the mists of the day, kind of towards where the party is now. And the people on the ground can still feel the boom, boom, boom. And suddenly, a voice rings out, larger than life. I can't believe I missed that shot! Another voice farther away says, "What?" You hear, "I didn't get it in!" And you hear the other voice, "You can't even get it up! What do you mean you can't get it in?" And suddenly, it occurs to all of you exactly where you are. You are currently on the croquet green of your retirement home. And the people are still coming towards you. Boom.
I think that Abby would like to circle around and try to pick up at least one of her friends. Her broom will hold 200 pounds, and she weighs like 98, wringing wet. And it can carry up to 400 at half speed.
Okay. So Abby suddenly like, what? Because there's no way you could miss the voices. And you turn around, see what's happening. Oh shit! And you dive down to pick up your friend.
Probably, I would like to try for both of them, because I don't think the Raven can carry anyone. Just like, I gotta get them out of here.
Margot's fine.
I have a strength of 2 right now, and I'm tiny.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part of what you said.
Strength of 2 and size tiny. In
Right.
this in Raven form.
So, well, okay, then she'll say, Doris, Dorito, Dorita, whatever your name is, hop on the back here before you get stepped on.
Look, you senile old witch. Get the name right.
Do you care about your name or getting turned into a pancake?
Okay. You know, gets on as well as possible. Seeing I'm in full plate.
That might be over
Sorry,
the
there's
weight
only
limit.
one seat. No. Well, the weight limit is 400 total. I mean, it slows me down if it's over 200, but I think they can be over 400.
So Abby swoops down and picks up Dorina.
Are you sure, Fargo? Or Margot? Oh dear.
I got this. Don't worry. And
All right.
Margot will immediately crouch down in the shadow of the giant crochet ball.
Croquet.
That's not a safe crochet. That's what Abby does in her spare time. That's not a safe place, Margot.
I'm okay getting hit by a crochet ball.
But
Croquet ball,
not a
no. But the
mallet.
crochet...
Oh, people.
Go! It's fine. I have this.
All right. And she pulls the broom up, and it maybe struggles just a little, but it pulls up above the heads of these giant people.
Boom. Boom. What, do you think you can do better? I can do better any day. You can hear the giant colossuses bickering as you grab Dorina and fly off to wherever you're flying to. I don't know. Where are you flying to?
Basically up above the heads of these giant people that she thinks probably she actually knows. Maybe?
You might. Give me a perception check.
Can I do that too with my vantage point?
There's about time. Oh, I'm not putting the right modifier on that.
I keep forgetting this dice doesn't roll high.
So that should be not 6, but be 26.
All right. You do recognize them as people that you live with and speak to every fucking day as Betty and Vladimir.
Oh, great. Betty and Vladimir.
And you know that they usually play croquet at least once a day or so. It's like an ongoing rivalry thing with them. And because this is such a tense moment, I need my broom people. So Abby and Dorina to roll d20s for me.
That would be a 16.
A 16.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, was that Dorina?
No, that was Abby.
Oh, that was Abby. Abby, suddenly you experience a moment of forgetfulness. You're on your broom and you're floating through the air, but in just an instant, you can't remember where you are or what you're doing. You're experiencing a senior moment. This
Abby
will
just-
persist for a while.
Abby just kind of looks around. What am I doing here? Why am I on my broom and not playing bridge?
Dorina,
I rolled a 1.
really?
I did.
That might be good. Who knows?
Right?
Suddenly, you're clutching onto the broom and onto Abby, and you feel a tightness in your chest. Can I get you to roll me a d4? This is an actual thing, people.
It's a 2.
A 2.
Oh yeah, we know it.
Oh,
Yes, exactly.
okay.
Cleric's having a heart attack, and the ambulance driver doesn't know where she is.
So while you're holding on to Abby, suddenly you lose your grip, probably because of the shooting pains, and you fall. You fall off
We're
of the
just a-
broom.
We're
How
just above the heads of the people. It can't be that bad, right?
God damn it. How high up are we?
Oh, you know what? 6 feet up in real life. But just because we're tiny, I mean, I don't know how it scales.
And I'm thinking as I'm falling to my doom, you stupid, forgetful, and it just keeps going on and on and on.
And Abby's just kind of like sitting there on her broom, looking around, wondering what's going on and why. And why is everything so weird? And was Dorina just there a minute ago? I'm not sure.
This is Stump the DM Power
All-
Hour.
all I'm
Like
gonna say
how
that-
how far are we falling here?
All I'm
if-
gonna
let's
say
see,
is you're lucky that
apparently-
I have. All I'm gonna say is you're lucky that I have some healing.
let's see if are you going to do it proportionally? So if we're 1/10 the normal size, we're falling 10 times or 60 feet, or what?
Yeah, so you know, if you're over the head of a person, it's not 6 foot fall. It is proportional to how big you are. So I don't know, and I don't want to trigonometry or anything right fucking now. So can we just
How-
call it like 100 feet?
100
I know that
feet.
ain't
Do
right.
whatever you want. You're the DM.
Like I don't fucking know. Wait, Paul was saying something. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's basically how high were you flying up? Before said you were going up 30.
No,
that
but
was
this time I
when
said I was just getting above the heads of the people, so we didn't get stepped on.
Oh boy, that's
And I
That's a
figured
lot.
6 feet would be maximum height for these
so.
old, worn out people.
I was gonna ask how
To
small
be
do we look?
fair, it'd probably be more like 5 feet. Like, they're old.
So roughly how big do we look?
You're like mouse sized. You're like
Okay, we'll
maybe
say-
like you're
Like 20
you're 2 apples high. I don't know, like 3
We'll
inches.
say inches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3
So we'll say
inches,
instead of
because we're
feet, we're
smaller than
inches, so
billiard
5
balls. Or not billiard balls,
So-
croquet balls.
So we'll say an inch, so times 12. So if you, so 6 times 12 is
60 feet.
so there
Oh.
you go.
5 times, yeah, 72 feet. That's bad.
Well, she said they were about 5 feet. So oh well, never mind.
It's like Wile E. Coyote. Suddenly she grabs her chest, falls off the broom and falls like, let's split the difference, say 75 feet. People are going to have a heart attack later, not related to this, be like, oh my God, that should have been like 375, but I don't care.
This is what I got to say about that. Potato, I splat when they hit the ground. Okay?
Oh no. No!
I got this. I've got this.
And you see suddenly the form of Dorina falls off the broom and just like Wile E. Coyote's down to the fucking green below. What do you do?
I do the only thing I can think of doing.
Raising the dead.
Margot will clap his hands and say, "You made a promise to me, and you will keep it." And he will cast Summon Greater Demon to summon a Balgura, which is a large-sized creature.
Actually, there's an interesting question. Does it come regular sized or does it become proportionate to our size? Because an actual large sized demon appearing in the middle of the
It's
croquet field.
proportionate to your size.
Okay, so it's only slightly.
It's like, wow, a large demon, but it's like, I'm a squirrel.
So you summon, instead of a demon, you summon a mephit or something.
But if a demon would have saved us in regular size, a mephit's all we need now. Maybe.
Either way, to summon this thing, and I command it to leap and catch her. It appears unoccupied space I can see within range, within 60 feet. Disappears when HP drops 0 when the spell ends. When I summon it, on each of my turns thereafter, I can issue a verbal command to it, telling it what it must do on its next turn. So.
All right, so you summon a demon squirrel that just appears, like in the middle of the croquet green, and then, and you hear one of the colossuses say, "What is that, a rodent?" And another one goes, "They're not supposed to be rodents here. This is supposed to be a good place."
If I can, I'm going to dive down and get to her if she does fall, if she does land on the ground, trying to get to her.
And Abby's still sitting on her broom going, what happened? Where did Dorinus go? Or whatever her name is.
All right, because you've got the senior moment. You're still trying to figure out where the fuck you are.
This thing can leap 40 feet up in the air, I think. That's what it... Bagura 5e... long jump of 40 feet. High jump of up to 20 feet. So...
Okay, real quick. I want... Just so we're sure, because you're level 10s. Dorina, what did we say, 75? It's 1d6 damage for every 10 feet. So it's like 7d6. I can roll it if you want. We can see if you like are dead, like unconsciouses or not. I have d6s.
If my demon...
Roll.
If my demon squirrel can catch her 20 feet.
Either one. I mean, I have D6s as well.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 9, 14. That wasn't too shitty. 16. You took 16 points of falling damage, which I think is bludgeoning.
Unless she lands on a rock, then it might be piercing.
There's no rocks on the fucking croquet court. God damn it. This place is well manicured.
All right.
And we thought there wasn't any rodents, too.
Look, there aren't any rodents. Somebody summoned a fucking demon.
Okay, that's the quote of the game. There aren't any rodents. Somebody summoned a fucking demon.
So, here's where we're at. Darina's fallen off of the broom. She's landed onto the croquet green, and she's like, oh, but she's still alive. Meanwhile, Abby's circling around in the air, trying to figure out what the fuck she's doing. What's going on? I don't know. And Morgo, like panicked and was like, what? And summoned a squirrel sized demon. And the figures are coming closer. What do?
Obviously, I'm still driving in circles. That's pretty simple.
I'm slowly
I'm-
getting off the ground.
How bad do you look? I know you could probably heal yourself, but how bad do you look after that fall? You're muted.
Sorry about that. I'm actually not too bad, so I can just throw a heal on myself when I'm feeling up to it.
Okay.
No urgency.
I have backup healing, so it's not backup time yet.
Appreciate it.
We should have a lot of hit points at level 10.
Yeah, even with my negative con modifier, I still have. I could have taken a hit like
That was
that.
kind of my thought too. Like, all right. So at this point, Darina's sitting up, like, oh, and Donnie's like, "Are you okay?" And Abby's still spinning in circles, which will end shortly. And Morgo, what are you doing with your demon squirrel?
Morgo is in a defensive position. One, because he summoned a demon squirrel, and two, because these giant people are coming towards him, and so he will do the only thing he can think of, and he will look at his demon squirrel and say, "Pick up that ball and throw it at them."
Pick up the what?
The ball, the
Croquet ball.
sphere.
So the demon squirrel goes over to the croquet ball and picks it up, throws it.
Yeah.
So would that be like an improvised range attack or what? I feel like it's an improvised range attack. Unless you have something else that's in there.
Yeah, that works. So that would be Dex plus. I guess just Dex, right? Because it's revised.
Dex plus proficiency plus. I think that's it.
But he wouldn't have proficiency because he's a.
He doesn't get your proficiency?
I don't think so. I'm gonna check it right quick.
Oh. Oh, that's too bad.
Nope. It just uses his stat flat.
Okay.
Bonus. Would that be a strength throw or a dex throw?
Whichever works for you.
Throwing a ball, I suppose, might be strength, but I can also see how it'd be dex.
It's up to you. Whichever's better is fine.
Strength then. Okay. So that is. Oh, that's okay. That's not so bad. That's 18 plus 4. That's 22.
And the little demon, which by the way isn't a squirrel, it's just squirrel size. The little demon picks up the ball, lobs it at the approaching humans, and it hits squarely in Vladimir Shin. Oh fuck! What was that? What's going on up there? I don't know. The ball hit me. You're getting hit with your own balls? And while all that's going on and the Colossuses are distracted, can I get everybody to roll perception checks for me? And by the way, Abby, you're no longer confused. You suddenly remember where you are.
28.
16.
22.
Unnatural 20.
Excellent. You all notice that there is off to the side, not east, west, I don't give a shit. Off to one of the sides of the green, you see there is another small figure. A mouse doing one of these.
Oh, good. Dinner. Actually, it's a little big now.
And he starts to do one of those things where he scampers off, looks behind him.
Abby saw that? Did Abby see that too?
Everybody saw that.
Okay. So Abby's going to fly over there, having this sudden moment of clarity in her mind and remembering what's going on. And she's like, maybe that's our lost friend. And so she flies over to see if that's their lost friend.
A little gruff, little shaken up, little scratched up. Get up. Go on. I mean, it's all I can do. Set or die, and I'm not ready to do that yet. So
Morgul will follow the mouse. He'll leave the demon behind. Actually, he'll end concentration on the spell, which means that in 1d6 rounds, the demon will disappear, but I don't control it anymore.
Okay, so the demon's basically just like running around the green, like you know, kicking the ball, like tugging up some of the fucking hoops, doing whatever it is the demon can do. Pretty much what that sounds like. And Abby's going towards the mouse.
Yep. Abby's going after the mouse to see who it is or what it is.
Okay, and Dorina, same thing? No?
yeah, I'm heading that way.
I'll fly. I'm gonna fly low. Actually, no. I'm gonna fly high, back up. So what did we say? They're about 60 feet high. I'm flying almost at head level again to the full size seniors.
You're flying towards the full-size seniors?
Oh no, just at that height.
Oh.
Over to the mouse, before, just to make sure I have, pun intended, a bird's eye view of everything. And then once we get to the mouse, then when everyone's at the mouse, then I'll come down if I don't see anything else.
And that's fair. The view of the grounds that you have, based on what your altitude is very familiar. Like, okay, all right, you're pretty well oriented with where you are right now. And you're flying also towards the mouse. And Morgo, were you heading that way as well?
Yep.
All right. So you all head towards the mouse, and the mouse is leading you off of the croquet court and towards the manicured and lovely bushes and foliage that make up the grounds that surround the area. The mouse runs towards some of the bushes and beckons you to follow underneath.
I'll fly down and turn back into a humanoid form with the raven on my shoulder.
Personally, I'm going to follow the mouse because I don't feel like getting hit again, or dropped.
And Abby's certainly curious to find out what's going on down there, so she swoops down to the ground and hops off her broom, which turns back into a cane, and hobbles under the bush with the mouse and everybody else.
Okay. My lighting's going to get real weird here. So once you're under the cover of the bushes, the mouse beckons to you and says, "Oh, you guys are here too? Why are so many of you coming down here? You don't belong here." Hold on. Let me undo. Don't know how to do this. There we go.
Just so you're aware, I am now going to be putting my hand over my screen. I have a fearful death of a fearful. I'm really afraid of mine.
But he is adorable.
That is so cute.
It is totally cute.
That's fair.
It wouldn't be cute in my house, but it's still cute.
Exactly. In my house, I'm sorry, it's war.
Oh.
I'm
So,
so
yes,
sorry
Abby-
for those of you who have mouse aversions.
So, yes. So Abby's like, well, we're looking for someone that got lost. And then we got lost too. But we need to find our friend and then find a way out of here.
Are you looking for Beardy Man? He came by before you did.
More than likely. Which way did he go?
Oh, Beardy Man. I tried to get him. I told him, come here, Beardy Man. And he tried to come, but the queen got him.
The queen?
The queen, she's bad, and she's mean, and she eats us.
Eats you?
Yeah, I know. I don't get it either, but she eats us.
Oh. Did she eat him?
She didn't eat him. She just took him and she got, like swooped down and she grabbed him and then she flew away.
Oh, which way did she go?
I don't know, off that way. Like beyond the bush. I don't know.
Well,
What do I look
thank
like?
you.
A cartographer? I'm a mouse.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your help. Is there
Thank
anything
you.
we can do for you?
No, I'm okay, but think of us. Bring us seeds. We like seeds, and stay off of that green place because they shoot balls and they yell.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Be safe and stay away from the squirrels. They're motherfuckers.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. And the mouse scampers off, like kind of looking behind him a little bit, and then just runs off into the bottom of the bushes.
The raven makes a chittering sound like a mouse, little squeak sound. 'Cause why not? It mimics a little squeaky mouse sound.
And the mouse, as he's running away, goes, "That's offensive!"
Then it does a wolf sound. It starts growling like a wolf.
And while you're making all that noise, everybody make some perception checks for me. And I'll get rid of the mouse. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Mouse gone. Now it's just me with cake. There we go.
32. I rolled a 19, so.
Now I got a 15.
$26.
What check are we making?
Perception.
12.
All right. So as the mouse scampers away, you guys are like, "What the shit was that about?" But meanwhile, who are my high rollers? Was it Donnie and Abby?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was.
I
All
was-
right. Donnie and Abby, you hear the unmistakable scrabble of claws on bark nearby.
Sounds like a cat. I think.
They're scrabbling, and you can hear it, and it's getting gradually closer to you.
I was like, well,
We see where that's coming from?
You can hear it's kind of off to your side. Like, let's say off to the right.
can we make a good guess, perhaps, as to what it is?
You might have heard that sound before when you've been sitting in the park feeding squirrels.
I
Oh, no.
prep an Eldritch Blast. And I get
Yes,
ready to cast it.
I jump on my broom. Come, my precious, and fly out there, getting ready to cast. Also ready to cast Eldritch Blast. Using my happy broom spell focus.
All right.
We'll save you.
Your friends are suddenly like all on edge and you can't figure out why. And moments later, through the underbrush, you see a squirrel appear.
I'm
Followed
quite
by-
sure I would have said something's coming.
Followed by another squirrel, and another squirrel, and another squirrel. And they're looking at you. And one of the squirrels, the biggest squirrel. I've got squirrels. Wait, hold on. I don't have squirrels yet. Says, "What are you doing here?" You don't belong in here. What are you doing in here? You belong out there with the balls and the sticks and the yelling.
Well, we're kind of looking for someone who's about my height and has a beard.
The little beardy fucker who came through here a little while ago.
That would be him.
Lady, the queen took that guy. So now I need to ask you, why are you here? Why are you hanging around in our bushes?
Well, we just got here. And so I guess now we need to find the queen.
One of the other squirrels is like, she wants to see the queen? What are we going to do about that? Settle down. Settle down. Do you know what the queen would do if she saw little morsels like you? You guys piss her off on a daily basis. But you're like bite-sized.
Oh, but we pack a mean punch. The black rod is glowing with a black energy right now because he hasn't let go of the spell yet. He's just waiting for any sign that they might attack.
Yes, Abigail's hovering out of reach, but not out of reach of her spell. She's muttering away and just ready to do what needs to be done if there's any sign they're going to go aggressive also. Like with a readied action.
The big squirrel kind of hunkers down and crosses his little fuzzy arms and goes, well, good luck finding the queen. She ain't easy to find. But, we might be willing to cut a deal.
I have something to trade.
You might be willing to trade something. Get up. What you got?
I have this. Morgo will use the 5th level creation spell. Pull wisps of shadow material from the shadow veil to create a non-living object of vegetable matter, but I can also use it to create mineral objects that are made of stone, crystal, or metal. The object can be no larger than a 5-foot cube and must be a form and material that I've seen before. I will create a 5-foot cube crystal acorn that will last for 12 hours, and I will present it to the squirrels.
5 feet cubed.
Well, I will create it, attempt to lift it, but not be able to do so.
So you cast this spell and create this crystal. What did you say? Acorn, walnut? What was it?
Like an acorn.
Like an acorn. And it suddenly appears, woof, and displaces the bush that it's sitting underneath completely. So now it's like your crystal acorn is sitting there glimmering with like a bush toupee sitting on top of it. And the squirrels go, holy fucking shit. Will you look at that? That's a thing of beauty. One of the other ones goes, oh my god, that's such a thing of beauty. I love it. And the big one hits the little one and goes, go get the boys. We have to get this thing back to the tree. Stat! The other one goes running off to get reinforcements. And the big one says, I like the cut of your jib. All right. We didn't tell you nothing, but the queen lives in the little house over there. And he kind of points vaguely towards there is the big rec center that you're familiar with because you guys go there like a lot to, like hang out, play cards, read books, play bingo, shit like that. But since he said the little house, you know that there is a smaller structure that's nearby. Allow me to present you, if you will, with my shitty map. I have a shitty map.
You have a map of the city? What?
It's not a map of the city, it's a map of the rec area, motherfuckers. So,
You're a great DM. You're
welcome.
the best.
so the big thing, hold on, let me make me. The big thing up at the top is like the rec center, and you guys came off of the croquet green kind of around the bushes, and he's pointing vaguely up here towards the storage shed.
I like the charming pond of fishes.
Isn't it great? Thanks.
Good touch. Good touch.
I made a thing. So there's like things. So you guys are like, okay, I think I know what they're talking about. And meanwhile, the squirrel's just looking at this fucking crystal acorn like, we're gonna die gods, you know. And what are you gonna do?
So since we have a good idea of which way we're going, I'm gonna start walking that way and trying to stay safe and out of the way of people. And I'm also going to be snickering because I know what's going to happen with that acorn.
They don't fucking know that.
No, but I do, so that's why it's funny.
Okay, so Dorina starts walking out of the fucking bushes towards the shed.
Well, that's where you said that's pretty much where we're heading, so that's
Sure.
where I'm going.
Yeah, it's a little railroady, but you know, I've been drinking and we've been playing, so why the fuck not?
Why
Towards the
not?
shed. Yeah. And y'all's?
I'm gonna dissipate the spell and like just not cast it and shift back into Raven form and fly up, and just so I can keep an eye on everyone has to walk very slow.
You get a wonderful aerial view of the grounds that you're familiar with. You see that the two are still arguing on the croquet green. You see the rec center in the distance, and you see the storage shed sitting right next to it. And you know that it's like, even though it's something you don't normally pay any mind to, you know that it's like a maintenance shed for the groundskeeper. Who, by the way, was the player in the other game. So
I just realized I am tiny sized, which means I'm probably mosquito sized. So even if I flew in front of someone, I'd look like a mosquito.
Yeah, you're pretty fucking small. Like not mosquito sized. You'd be more like, what the fuck is that? A sparrow kind of sized.
Well, tiny is
Oh,
cat
because
size.
you've taken,
Yeah.
you're not riding something. You're another form. Oh yeah, you're like a dragonfly. Like
Yeah, that's why I said I'm like an insect flying around now. So it's, no, people may not even recognize that it's actually a raven flying around.
And of course, yes, flying my broom, I'm sort of pretending that I'm a sparrow or something. Kind of taking little flubbery swoops as I go.
yeah, people's eyesight aren't that great. You can just be like tweet tweet, and they'd be like,
Exactly. I don't hear that well.
what's going on?
Actually,
And she's kind of circling
the
over
raven
the party. She's still holding her spell because she she can, have it ready and fly her little thingamajiggy, I think. If not, she can
The
always pull it
raven-
up again when she needs it.
The raven makes a buzzing sound, like a flying insect, and he buzzes Abby, like fly by in the tower, but you're. Bzzz.
And the rest of you, just to montage this, but not really. I'm going to say that a couple of the mice pop back out and be like, "Oh my god, the squirrels didn't kill you! That's fucking a miracle! Here, hop on! I'll take you where you want to go!" And so the people who aren't fucking in flight gets fucking mouse mounts to take them over to the shed.
That's good, because as slow as I am and wearing that heavy armor, it would have taken me about a week.
I could just see the mouse-sized armored dwarf.
The mouse you're riding just like,
Conk.
can I recommend keto? Oh my god. Well, it's like bounding away. It's okay. No, you're okay. I got this.
Abby was afraid to take a Dorito again after the last one didn't go so well.
I don't think I would have trusted Abby to take me up on that broom again, because I don't know if it was
my fault.
I don't know. We don't know that. It may have been your fault.
I didn't give you a heart attack. I wasn't driving crazy till after you got a heart attack. No, maybe I didn't know what I was doing.
No, see, I think it was you.
Fine, to see if I give you a ride again.
My games cause PvP. Oh my god. I'm a big boy now. I love this. All right, so montage. Some of you are ground riding on your fucking mice while the others of you are flying, and you're going towards the shed. As we get to the shed, do we need to take another 5-minute break? Because at this point, we like to call this the denouement.
Sure. It's a plan.
It's up to you guys.
5 works for me.
All right. We're taking 5. Quick 5. We're peeing. Spoiler alert.
We're old. We do that a lot.
Whoa.
It's only appropriate in this game.
You know, sometimes you got to stop and take a bio break because that's just the way our bodies work now.
Unlike you guys, I'm all too familiar.
All right. Back in 5.
Greetings, YouTube people. Greetings, Chris Johnson. Greetings, Micah Peoples. Pepples. Micah. I'll just go Micah. Indeed, I am having fun, Chris. This is awesome.
Hello. I'm wireless. What? Did you say Chris Johnson and Micah Peoples?
Yeah, 7 people are watching your video right now.
Holy shit. Those are friends of mine. Hi. I can't believe I'm doing this. By the way, the only reason, because I wasn't planning on streaming this shit, is because I was sitting there and I was talking about how I don't know how to stream shit. And Dave Hubble was like hanging out with us. He's like, "Oh no, let me show you how to do this. Screen share with me. Here's what you got to do." And he basically told me what the fuck to do, and I was like, "Okay, all right."
Buttons, you're good to go.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, I'll try that, I guess." And now people are actually watching, and now I feel weird.
Those are your friends.
They are my friends.
And we're all having a good time over there in chat going, this is great. This is funny.
I'll do the requisite. How is everybody doing? Is this fun?
That's in the post-game hangout after we're not live anymore. But no, this is a blast. It's every bit as much fun as I thought it would be when I signed up for it.
Mornblade Gaming would like you to know, Tamiko, that you forgot to mute yourself while you were in the bathroom.
Oh, enjoy my pee. You're welcome. This is pee time with Tamiko.
Sort of like tea time, only different.
It is. I do that sometimes. Like when I'm training people at work or whatnot, I'm like, okay, this is tea time with Tamiko. I know you don't want to be here, neither do I, but this is how we do this shit.
But unlike training, we do want to be here, and so do you.
You forgot to mute yourself? Is that?
That's
what Dave said.
No, not Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more
That's
Blade
what
Gaming.
Luke said, but I think Luke's
No, Morn Blade Gaming said that. That's Dave, and Luke just reported it to you.
Because if I had actually forgotten to mute myself, you guys would have heard all of the rest of the shit, like the, oh my god, what's going on? I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, sweet Jesus.
I was kidding.
No, Dave was kidding, and I certainly didn't hear anything untoward.
That, a stone? Did I just pass a stone? Oh my god. I can't believe people are watching this shit. Like
I played in games where people have forgotten to mute their wireless mics when they gone into the washroom. And
my Pathfinder game that I played briefly, the DM, he muted himself but would unmute himself to say shit to us midstream. We'd be like, no, come on.
We know, but we really don't want to experience this.
Like, oh, buddy. And it was fine.
I'm not going to say names, but there's a player who wasn't going to the washroom, but he was filling his glass with water, and it sounded just the same. So he'd be off camera, and you'd hear the stream of water. But you realize it wasn't, because he'd be back a second later with a full thing of water. But
when you hear that from me, it's vino. Because I do that. Because I use box wine. What? I'm no fucking saint.
You're not?
I'm not. I'm a cheap bastard who drinks boxed wine.
I'm gonna have to totally reevaluate my idea of what a saint is.
Her Catholic application is pending. Sainthood.
Ooh.
I'm gonna let you know about boxed wine. My grandfather drank it until like a week before he passed away, and he said he never once had anything bad to say about it. So, in my opinion, if he says it's good, it's good.
I've never had any trouble with boxed wine.
If you're gonna drink cheap wine, why not boxed wine?
My dad just makes his own, so.
I
can't drink my dad's wine. Too strong.
All right. So there they were at the shed. Are we all back?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So after the montage, there they all were at the shed, looming high above them, this large wooden structure. Comparatively to their newly tiny forms. So,
How flammable does it look?
what's that?
How flammable does it look?
Oh, extremely.
Oh, wonderful. I would like to
Uh,
cast Fireball as a 5th level spell on it.
What about our friend Guy?
I'm a necromancer. I'll bring him back.
Oh, no problem then. He'll live longer that way, won't he?
Actually, I just realized the cleric probably has raised dead, so how many times do people die in this place that can't be brought back?
It's by choice, okay? You know, if
The
it's your time, it's your
soul?
time.
The soul has to choose to come back to the
True.
vessel.
It's how you want to come
And-
back. Really.
And you want to get on to the dwarf's good side, that she may even cast the spell on you.
All right. But now, right as you're gearing up to cast your fireball spell, Luke, roll me a d20.
Sure. Oh no.
No.
My time has come. I rolled a 1.
Oh, shit. You are casting your familiar fireball spell that's gotten you out of so many pinches before, and you're feeling like a badass, and you're mid-cast, and suddenly your chest starts to seize. Roll a d4.
I could just see him burping up fire.
I rolled.
That's a heartburn, man.
That's not how fireball works. It's not like a breath.
I know, but I can't miss the heartburn thing, you know?
I rolled another 1.
Another one. You're sitting there clutching at your chest, and you're feeling very short of breath. You are stunned for 5 minutes. So suddenly, Morgo's casting, like, he looks like he's going through the process of, you know, this incantation, and then suddenly he and he continues to for about 5 minutes.
Dorina, can you perform CPR on him?
I'm looking real quick. Give me just a moment.
The only thing I can cast, Spare the Dying. So I cast Spare the Dying if that's what's happening.
So you are you like a cleric or something? Like, do you have like a holy symbol or something that you're doing that with?
Me, no. Not a cleric. It's actually, if I probably hold the wand in my shield hand and I pull up a book, Pact of the Tome. Pull up the tome and nice black book with some Xanta black, so it absorbs all light. And I use that and I cast Spare the Dying from there.
All right. So you're holding up your book and you're casting, and Morgo's probably sitting there going, "I'm not dying, motherfucker."
What do I know? I'm not a cleric.
I'm gonna try Prayer of Healing. So let's see.
And you do? Were you down any HP, Morgo?
I was actually.
I open the book actually and I start reading a passage about proceeding on to
So-
Valhalla and stuff like that. So may your soul go to Valhalla. You died
Oh,
honorably.
stop. I got this.
Carol, Valhalla! Sorry.
Give him inspiration, man.
Fucking inspiration all day.
All right. And so, Morgo, gets 13 points back. If I read that right. Yep. 13. No, sorry. No, 13. Gets 13 points back.
Back up to full. I mean,
Oh, cut it out. I healed you.
Morco is gasping. But then the healing spell hits him and he's still gasping. But you still feel a little better. There you go.
you should have let me go. I might not have been ready, but I bet I know people who would like me.
Oh, don't be that way. We have a job to do. I need this like whining let me go thing. You can do that after we get back. We've got to deal with the queen, and we need you.
Good.
Come along.
And so, the party, having dealt with the unexpected elderly malady, is looking at the shed and the door. And what do you want to do?
Is there any obvious way of entering this shed either from the air or from the ground? I don't see us exactly opening doors as mice-sized people.
You know that there's a door, but you can see that there's like also a giant ass padlock on it because the groundskeeper's just that way. P.S. Player in another game. But you don't know if there's any other way into there. Would you like to check it out, Broom Lady?
Yeah. Broom Lady with the witch wants to know. She's flying around looking for another way in, maybe an open window or maybe a large knot hole since they're so tiny.
Fantastic. Roll me an investigation check.
Sure.
I'm rolling 2 because I want to roll things.
There you go.
My roll was shit.
Mine's really quite good since I have a large bonus to investigation. It comes to a total of, I can't add, so it takes a moment. 27.
Wunderbar. So you're flying around the shed, like kind of doing like a circuit and whatnot, and you're working your way up. And then you notice at the very top, there's actually missing boards on the top of the shed, which would allow you to easily pass through.
Well, thinking tactically for a moment, since her mind happens to be clear at this particular time, she looks at her robe with all these patches on it, says, I know what would work, and snatches off one that looks like a ladder, and all of a sudden kind of comes boinging into place, this 24-foot ladder leaning up against the shed.
Now, because the description says 24-foot ladder, I'm going to go ahead and let it not be like
It's
uh,
magic, you know.
Yeah, it's fucking magic. So 24-foot ladder bonks into place against the side of the shed, but you're still tiny. How far apart are the rungs on that?
Well, I was thinking maybe being tiny, they could crawl up the like the side rails of it rather than trying to do the rungs.
Well, you just have to bring two of them up with your broom.
I'm pretty sure that Dorina probably doesn't want to ride on my broom again. This last time it almost killed her.
So you admit it.
Well, I still don't know it's the broom's fault, but she has this irrational prejudice against my beautiful broom.
I see the way I see it. Almost dying does not call it irrational.
I have a rope.
Ropes might work. It's not your broom.
I could tie a rope to this rung up here and drop it down. Maybe you could climb that.
As they're discussing it, I fly up and I turn back and I'll drop my rope.
All right, so we're doing the tried and true method of somebody flies up with a rope, ties it, and drops the rope.
They ignore my beautiful ladder.
Your
Or maybe they
rope
could
is
climb the ladder.
relative to you.
Actually, my rope is another one of the magic things off my robe. But then
Oh,
I couldn't tie that. I couldn't tie that, so never mind. But it would be long enough to tie a mouse to my broom so they couldn't fall off.
Yeah, just for perspective's sake, if it's your rope that
I
you're
have-
that
yeah, I
you
have
just
one too, so-
it's like a regular rope. If it's a magical rope, that thing's as big around
Yes.
bigger
yes.
around than you are.
Yeah, it's probably, 3-4 feet across.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if Dorina would be
Oh.
willing to tie a rope around
So
her waist, and we'll tie the other end to the broom and give her a safe ride up.
You have a robe of use. That's what you're doing. Okay,
Yes,
now I
I
get
have
it.
a rope of useful items. They're so much fun. I'd
I
forgotten
have a
all
rope
about
of
it.
mending. Yeah, mine is a
Rope-
rope of mending, so it's
How interesting.
Okay, I'll leave it to the players.
oh,
the
actually,
magical rope of mending. Would you call that relative to your size, or
well, I'm pulling it out of my Heward's handy fanny pack. So I'm guessing it would be our size. But actually, I have an idea. Can I get to the lock? And I would like to turn into humanoid form on the lock area, or if the ladder's near it, because I actually want to try this. I have a mystery key, and I would like to try to unlock it. There's a 5% chance it'll work and unlock the padlock,
you can? I'll allow it.
and then it disappears. So let me find. All right, so there's a 5% chance it'll work, but then I lose the key. It disappears. Someone else gets it, I guess.
This is why I gave you guys fun magical items. Have fun.
Nope, it doesn't unlock. Maybe it's the size. I don't know. But I rolled a 47, so nope. That would have been fun, but no, it doesn't work. I said one day I'm gonna get this to work.
So Donnie's all up there on the lock, on the padlock, and he's like, I've got an idea. And he does this thing. He's like, never mind.
And Abby's like, you couldn't open the door if you unlocked it anyway. It's too big. We're not that strong.
Yeah, I don't
Come
know
on,
any
Doris.
knocks.
Margot would like to turn into a bat.
Oh, you can get yourself up. Good.
No, we just have to worry about the dwarf.
A wee bitty hat. Come
he-
with me, Dorina.
And he
Look,
would like,
I've got this rope. We'll tie you on. It'll be all right. I promise.
Until it's not. Fine. Whatever.
So much distrust.
Margot will fly in through the keyhole.
The keyhole's actually not part of the door, it's a padlock. So
Oh,
there you are inside of the padlock, flapping around.
Well, if he's the size of a bat, which is also tiny, or something, we could fly in through the cracks in the door anyway, or wherever we found them. So
It's a very well constructed shed.
oh yeah, it's perfectly sealed. No,
It's not perfectly sealed, but I mean, you know, depending on the size of the bat, like you could probably find a knot hole or something to that effect that you could fly through. Just
so do
saying.
we- well, I'm flying up, waiting for the dwarf to figure out how she's going to get up.
I
I'm
have
gonna look.
another question. Does our weight go down with our size, or are we still our full weight somehow?
Oh, sweet Jesus, it's relative. Are you kidding? Like, that would be awful.
Wouldn't that be terrible?
I dropped myself on
I
top of
was-
someone I don't like.
Like,
Because if
like
that's
we're
the
all
case-
teeny tiny, but we weigh like 150 pounds.
In that case, would she weigh less than 10 pounds?
Of course.
In that case, I could just cast Mage Hand, pick her up, and put her at the top of the with the Mage Hand.
That'll work.
Huzzah!
So Abby gets tired of all this, has a brilliant idea, shakes her broom, the sparks come out, and she points it at Dorina, and this kind of sparkly hand comes out and just grabs Dorina around the middle and just picks her up, flies her up, and sets her right next to the hole, where she can hang on.
And
I'd have that over
she
with.
sits on the roof of the shed next to the hole. And the rest of you?
I'll fly in as well.
Same.
So who all's flying in?
Abby feels pretty responsible for Dorina, having had her fall off the broom once and having grabbed her and put her up there. So I think maybe she's going to sit on her broom and peek in just to see what's going on in there before she does anything else.
Okay. Those of you who are looking into the shed from the hole in the roof, the lighting is dim because the only light that's there is coming from the imperfections that are throughout the construction of the shed, because it's still daylight outside, good for you. But you can see that the shed is lined with 2 shelves. There's random boxes and sundries on the floor. There's some hemp rope. There's a bucket in one corner that has like rakes and hose and stuff like that sticking out of it. Most notably, you are looking down into the structure and you notice that the shed does have several beams. The beams are riddled with cobwebs, and those of you who are actually looking inside, can I get you to make a perception check for me because you're searching?
Unnatural 20.
Natural 20?
Unnatural.
Okay, fair. I have another
Sorry.
shitty map.
I was talking muted again.
15.
Roll a 5, so 18.
All right. Those of you who are airborne and looking down into the structure, you're looking around and you see that in the beams, there's one side of the beams that has a profusion of twigs and twine and cottony things and whatnot. And you can pretty much identify that it maybe looks like a nest. But there it is amongst the rafters with all of the other cobwebs and whatnot.
Seeing seeing that there would be probably a safe place to set Dorina down, Abby calls back to her, I'm going to mage hand you in, Dorina. There's a safe place for you here, I think. And once again, you know, the sparks fly out of her broom, form this weird sparkly hand, and it goes out and grabs Dorina and just brings her in through the hole and sets her on one of the shelves at the top of the room where we haven't seen any cats yet.
The shelves or the rafters?
How high are the shelves?
The shelves go up about they're about 3 feet or so shy of 4 feet or so shy of the top of the rafters, because they need to be functional to put things on top of them.
I guess she's gonna say, Dorina, do you want to be up on the rafters or on the shelves?
Oh, let's go rafters.
Okay. And she sets her on the rafters.
Can you roll a dex check for me with your mage hand there?
Mages need a dex check? Cool, mage hand.
You need a dex check because your mage hand is maneuvering through the cobwebs to
Oh,
put
no.
Dorina down onto the rafters.
At least I made her.
Cast the
Her
fireball
cues.
now.
That'll be 11.
So, Dorina, as you're being dragged down by this hand,
No!
it's hitting all of these stringy strands along the way, and then it sets you down upon a rafter. And you're sitting there, and you have this feeling of dread. And can you roll a d20 for me? Because I'm still doing this shit.
Three.
A 3.
Mhm.
Okay. So you get sit down on the rafters and you're like, that wasn't right. And then suddenly there's this kind of buzzing, neigh, ringing in one of your ears. And you just kind of have to stop for a second because there's this uncontrollable ringing in your ear, tinnitus.
All right.
You have disadvantage on hearing checks for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And so you're sitting there like, what the shit?
And Abby's looking at her like, what? I don't understand. What do you want? I didn't do anything. It's not my fault this time,
It's
whatever
all-
it is.
Yes. It's your fault.
No, you're just old,
No.
woman. You're old. Don't tell me you're not old.
I'm older than you, but still.
Well,
And
then.
as you're arguing, do another perception check for me real quick. And because it does involve hearing, you're at a disadvantage, Dorina.
Do I do one too?
Yeah. I think so. You're nearby, right? Or did you just do all of that from...
Oh, no. I'm definitely quite close.
Okay.
And that would be a
Like-
total of 21.
Okay. So, Abby, you hear the unmistakable pitter patter of many, many feet on wood.
no, Dorina.
Yeah,
I hear something coming.
I got a 10, so.
And Dorina's like, what? I
There's
don't know
something
what-
coming! And she's just shouting. She's gonna fly
And-
up on her broom. Get ready.
And Dorina, suddenly on the rafters, you see a giant, hairy-legged entity coming down towards you. And another. And another. You know what these are.
I know what those are.
So do I. Can I cast a spell?
I would like you guys to roll initiatives.
So it's
Look,
Is it
I have
cute
initiative
mouse?
in my game!
so it was a cute mouse before. These are going to be cute spiders like Lucas the animated spider, right?
They're not like the squirrels.
I
They're
got a
spiders. Spiders are never cute. Never cute.
Have you seen the animated spider? That thing, it's adorable.
Never cute!
Anyways, I got a 9.
And I have a 16. I'll put it in chat.
I got a 27.
Oh, I have to roll too. Boop. Oh, well. I'm sorry, Luke. What did you get?
27. 19 plus 8.
27, like 2-7?
Yep. 19
Holy
plus
balls.
8. Yep.
Okay.
Wait. That actually might be more. Hold on.
Well, wait,
You're
20
fine.
27?
You're fine. You're like, woo, up there. So unless Donnie, like you and Donnie want to have like an initiative off or something. What'd you get, Donnie?
It's in the game chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I got 14 and the Raven. No, sorry, the Raven got 13. I got 14.
All right. 13 and 14. Hey, guess what? Luke, you're first.
Perfect. So Morgul will look at this giant 8-legged being and like, I will destroy.
There's 3 of them coming from all sides.
I will destroy these rats with the power of my magic. Are they rats? I can't remember.
They're spiders.
Spiders. What to
Cobwebs. Come on.
do? What to do?
Raptors.
So these are like.
Sorry, they're spiders. Giant spiders.
So there's cobwebs and stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are there any dead flies in the cobwebs?
Probably. I would assume so. Otherwise, the spiders would be having a bad time.
Could I use Danse Macabre to make up to 5 small or medium corpses animate within range?
By all means, do so. That's
So
awesome.
Birds of Dark Power will leap from my fingers to pierce up to 5 or small or medium corpses within range. They immediately stand up, well, the flies, and become undead. You decide whether it is a zombie or a skeleton. Well,
Zombie.
Zombie.
We're gonna go zombie. Yeah. I don't think flies have a skeletal
They have
frame.
they have an exoskeleton frame, but none of them.
Your choice.
Yeah.
Do your flavor.
Okay. I'll zombie flies. Why not? So they get an attack. They get a bonus to attack and damage rolls equal to my spellcasting modifier. So +5 to attack and +5 to damage. And
so, as you cast that, all of these flies suddenly begin to twitch on the webs. Do they all have the same action round?
I can use a bonus action to mentally command them. I guess the creatures will take and when they move during their next turn. So I guess they have their own initiative, I guess.
All right, friend. You can command your flies to do whatever it is flies do when you have the chance to do so. Just know they all have to roll, and I'm going to be kind here, a DC 10 strength check to get out of the web.
No worries.
Because they're in the web. All
So that
right.
Oh, well,
Are you
can't-
able to do anything else? Do you want to move or anything?
I can't do that because I have to use my action to depolymorph myself back from bat form. But next turn, I will.
All right.
Next turn, zombie flies.
All right. Good times. So, next up is Abby.
Abby's just appalled that somehow she's managed to get her friend into more trouble, and she's like zipping around on her broom just a little bit, trying to stay out of the spider webs. But so she's not really going into the spider webs, but she's going to turn to the first spider, the closest one to her, the big black one, and she's gonna mutter some words, and a stream of these sort of sparkly sparks come flying out, and it's 24 to hit on her Eldritch Blast.
That'll hit.
And the first stream does 10 damage.
Okay.
Is that enough to kill the spider?
It is not.
Good, because the next stream will do another 10 damage. Beam. She gets 2
Fantastic.
beams at that level.
The spider is singed by your blasts, but he's now really pissed off, and he's still limping, but going towards Morgo, or not Morgo, sorry, Dorina on the fucking beam.
She's like, I'll do my best, Arena. And she's all the way back in adventurer mode now. And other than sort of hovering on her
Did you want to move?
no, she's fairly close, but she should be out of reach of the spiders.
All right. So, yeah, if you're floating around, you're probably out of range. Next up is, let's see, Morgo, Donnie.
Okay. As my movement and action, I find somewhere to land, not too close, but I'm going to land somewhere and use my action to turn back into my humanoid form. And as a bonus action, is Arena within melee range?
It depends on where you decided to land. Did you decide to land kind of near her in a safe place?
No, and is she in melee range of the spider? But I just realized that.
No, not yet. They've still got like another round.
Actually, that will take my action anyway, which I don't have. Okay, I am going to say to Dorina, you can do this. I have faith in you to keep us safe. And she gets 9 temporary hit points. As this little black aura just encompasses her, and then a little translucent black aura.
Super. Hey, Donnie, roll a d20 for me.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Natural 20. The second
Oh,
one.
shit.
That's bad, isn't it?
It's actually not. Hold on. Melody roll chart. Nothing happens.
That I know of. Okay,
You're
and
cool.
that is my action.
All right. And then next up, I'm going to let Dorina go because we rolled the same initiative.
Sorry,
actually, no. Just before she goes, the Raven. I guess at that point, I think the Raven had to do the moving, so we'll just say that it worked on my turn just for then. And the Raven doesn't do anything. Sorry.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Dorina is going to. I'm sorry. a little afraid to set the place on fire. So I'm going. Is it within range to hit yet?
Melee or ranged? Because it's not within melee yet. It's still about 40, 50 feet away. Are you okay? Do you want to take a sec?
Yeah, give me a second.
Sure, it's fine. So hey, while we're taking a sec, because we're live streaming, oh God help me, do you guys have anything that you want to pitch? Grandma Abtab, I know you've got a new channel.
I have a new channel. I don't know if I'm quite ready to pitch my 3 videos of one game, but nonetheless, I actually started one with the name of Dunsters and Dragons because someone gave me this fantastic name and I hated to waste it.
P.S. Great name.
Isn't that awesome? I didn't come up with that. Or I would have had a channel long ago. But yeah.
So there you go. Carol, Dunsters and Dragons, because that name fucking rocks.
Yes. It's got the ampersand, by the way, and not the word and in it. Just in case someone's actually looking for it, which would be pretty silly, but they're certainly welcome to.
Anyone else have anything that they want to pitch? Paul? Or Luke?
I'm working on my homebrew setting, Lemegeton. Hopefully, I'll have a game in March. I want to have a couple one-shots of it, but I'm gonna release more setting info on it. I suppose the short summary of it is that it started out as like a multiple world thing, but I looked at what Matt Cricket said about how, quote unquote, everything has been done, just do what you like to do. And my favorite thing in the world is crossovers. So Lemegeton is going to be a homebrew setting, but you can't do Lemegeton in the world. You have to do Lemegeton X other homebrew settings. So the one-shots are going to be like Lemegeton and Marquise Kawanda, or Lemegeton and Aeronoth, or Lemegeton Dragongrin, and have like the demons from Lemegeton invading through planar gates into other worlds. Like a crossover setting instead of a standard setting.
Well, that's fun. We like world building in the Abtabs. We always appreciate it. I'll take this opportunity to give a shout out to Megan and Connor for Cryfoth, which they just released their second playtest, I think it is. The second edition of their playtest.
Version 0.2, I believe. Yeah.
Like,
right.
whoa. Not something I ever want to find myself in, because holy shit, that's a pretty brutal setting, but for those of you who like that kind of thing, it seems pretty fucking awesome.
It's a great setting. It's a lot of fun. Has a Dark Sun feel, but with demons and lizard folk and all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, wow! What they did with the whole angle they took on the tieflings is pretty fucking astounding. For those of you who don't know, they reflavored some of the classes, and one of which is the tiefling, which basically has like a blood curse. I think it's how that works. So you have to, like, as a tiefling, imbibe in blood to keep things going. So yeah,
And
I enjoy.
I have a channel. There's not much on it, but I am running a game, a little campaign called The Outside. I'm not good at it, DMing, but players seem to enjoy it. My channel is called Infinite Realms, and the campaign is called The Outside. We have a few sessions in, and just had to reschedule the last one for for next month, but I think we've done 2 sessions. Just a little thing I was working on, and just for a little campaign. So, and Chris, who's Chris Johnson, is in it. She's in the chat.
Chris Johnson's awesome. Hi, Chris. She's my buddy. But yeah, that sounds awesome.
It's basically quick. A quick. The party members, most of them are from a secluded community, and they have just found a way out, and they're experiencing life outside and interacting with the people they meet. So, okay.
Sweet. All right. Looks like Yvonne's back. Last shout out, though. Other things to look forward to. Caldera. A new setting may be coming up. Maybe, Dave? Please look forward to it. Or Jeremy. It's Jeremy's setting. Jeremy Lilly. Please look forward to Caldera. Maybe.
Yeah, Dave's just really big on promoting it. So sorry about choking live. That's embarrassing, and I apologize about that. So since they are not in melee range, then I'm going to go ahead and cast Sacred Flame.
I'll burn the place down. Go for it, girl.
Well, no, it's more direct, hopefully.
It doesn't catch stuff on fire like some of those other ones.
It's not really flame.
Yeah, I was about to say, is Sacred Flame single target, or does it light a bunch of other shit on fire too? I think
No, I believe it's purposeful. It directly hits a certain target.
Yeah, single target, and it's not really burning. It's like a radiant burn.
Oh,
so
like
it's
a
not-
spiritual flame rather than a...
Yeah, that's
light
exactly
fire.
what it is. It's like your soul is being burned from the inside out.
that sounds
Awesome.
super.
That sounds
That
wonderful.
sounds like me at work every day.
Yeah, really. So
Oh.
true.
Okay, so it's 2d8 radiant. So let's see, 10, 30. Let's see, 24 and 30. So I had it at wow. So let's see
You're
here.
fine. One of the spiders just incinerates, like from the inside out, like suddenly, whoosh, and he just curls up in that creepy spider way, all crispy with his legs, like.
As a spider should be.
And then, hold on. I'm just going to check. Oh, shit. Okay. The other spider. Like, there's 2 other spiders. One of them saw what happened to its buddy and was like, nope. And just noped the fuck back out. While the other one was like, I've got this. And he just like, he's still coming towards you.
Did she kill the one that was injured?
She
Or-
did not. She killed a full health one.
Cool. So the one that's coming to fight, is that the injured one or the one that's running away?
The one that's running away is one of the full health ones. The injured one is the one that's still coming towards you.
All right.
Thank you for asking. So the spider's kind of
So Mr.
limping,
Blackie's headed our way.
while the other one, who's whole and hearty, was like, I'm out, motherfuckers. And the injured one is running towards you, Dorina. Oh, shit. And that is a 19 to hit. And it lunges at you. I don't know what sound spiders make. And you're all like, whoosh! Nope.
Be like, back off, bitch.
Out of the way. And that's it for my turn. We're back at the top of the round. Morgo.
Perfect. I thought of a better thing than summoning some zombie flies. I'm going to cast as a bonus action.
Zombie demon flies.
Close. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shadow Blade. So I weave together threads of shadow to create a sword of solidified gloom in my hand. Lasts until the spell ends, so about a minute. Basically, it's a simple weapon through which I am proficient. It deals 2d8 psychic damage on the hit and has finesse, light, and thrown properties. And if we were in dim light or darkness, I get advantage on my attack rolls with it.
It is dim light.
Perfect. So, but I'm going to cast that as my last 5th level spell. So the damage increases from 2d8 to 4d8. So that's my bonus action. So I am going to then make an attack roll with it on one of these spiders.
Do it. Do it. Get to the chopper. Oh, that was so poor. Somebody else, Arnold in. Save me.
It's not a tumor.
Yes!
Let off some steam, Bennett. And I'm going to attack. That is... where's my shoot sheet? 16 plus... 16 plus 6.
You're okay.
Okay.
You hit, roll your damage,
All right.
which is probably also okay.
So it is going to deal 22 psychic damage.
Whew. The spider makes this unholy sound like and like curls up and falls off of the rafters. And as you're watching it fall, gloating in your mightiness, suddenly the light from above seems to dim. You look up and see that there is a mighty shadow covering the hole where you all came in. And you hear the screech. And the next up is Abby.
Now, is this hole being covered from the inside or the outside?
It's the hole that you came in from the roof.
Right.
And you basically, it's covered by a silhouette of a large winged creature.
Winged, huh? How big is this hole?
Big
2
enough
inches,
for like
3 inches, 5 inches.
Oh, it wasn't that small, sister. It was missing boards. So it's about
Oh, that's right.
it's about maybe
Okay.
let's see.
Winged
It's about
creature.
10 inches across.
It has a nest. Oh my gosh. Of course.
Do you want to make like a check or any like I mean
Yeah, I'd like to see if I can figure out what it is real quick.
Sure.
Investigation. 13.
You can't tell because it's so silhouette-y, but it's giant and winged, and you assume that it's a bird of some type.
And it doesn't sound like it's going to speak common, unlike the mice.
Oh, it might.
She's like, hello?
And then you hear from off to the side in the nest. Ah! Oh, God.
Baby bird sounds, I
I
take it.
apologize in advance. You hear, what's going on out there?
Oh, super. I don't know. There's a big flying thing coming in. And she's going to hold her action and ready a spell. In fact, I think she's going to. Oh, great. I'm no good at finding my spells. Any rate, she's going to say her words with one hand on her broom that she's still riding and ready Witch Bolt.
Gee, Carol, that's a lot of stuff to be doing at once. Can you roll a d20 for me?
Oh, come on. I have
I love this. I love this shit.
I have Warcaster, so I could actually have my hands busy and cast.
It might not be that bad. Roll a d20.
I rolled a 19.
That's not so bad.
It's probably
It's
not a
as
heart
good as a
attack.
20.
Oh, yeah, that's a great mechanic.
Really? It was a 19?
Yes, it was. I'm so sorry.
Oh, shit, fuck.
Why, what is it?
I am so sorry. You fall.
I can't read it, so you'll have to read it too. I see the fall.
You fall. I guess that means you literally fall off of your broom.
I could call my broom from anywhere. Can I call it to me as I'm falling and try to catch it?
Yes, you're not unconscious. Do it.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
it.
in all my startlement trying to get this spell ready, I get all fumbled up and slide off my broom, and I'm going, Precious, come here! And it flies to me, and I start grabbing at it.
You're grabbing at it. Roll me a dex check. Roll good. I really don't want anyone to die in this game.
That's 11.
Well, if we die, we either have.
I'm not gonna die easily.
No.
I've got lots of hit points.
You lose your spells, but you manage to grab your broom. You're not on your broom. You're hanging from your
Right.
broom.
Which I could probably use an action to climb up on it.
Yes. What's your strength?
My strength is -1.
I might make you roll a check for that later, but you know.
I think you should make it an acrobatics instead of athletics, and we're okay. She's a little bit dexterous, even though she's all bent and crooked and nasty.
I mean, little old lady hanging from a broomstick. I gotta make you roll something.
Right? Hey, she weighs 98 pounds, wringing wet. You know, it's not that hard.
Oh, Jesus. See, this, y'all were like, oh, your magic items. This is why, like,
Well, let's go see what else I have for later.
all right.
Look on the bright side. If you die, either Dorina or Morgo can bring you back.
That's true. I could cast that
Just may
same
not
mage
like-
hand on myself and lift myself up on the broom.
But on a good note, I can bring you back with your soul intact. There's no promise.
Besides, you're not mad at me anymore because I fell off the damn broom too, right?
Oh, I'm laughing my butt off at
I'll
this
bet
point.
you are.
Oh, God.
All
All right, Donnie, you're up.
Okay. Can I identify what kind of bird I know a few things about birds.
Do me the check, nature check.
Oh, nature? Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you a nature
Oh.
check.
Okay, 18 plus 1, 19.
Fantastic. You recognize giant bird as owl, but because you roll so high, you notice owl has antlers.
Well, that's not good. Okay. And what I would like to do is use my action. Basically, my eyes start and light
Wait, you're cutting out. Is it
black
choppy for anyone else?
feathery incorporeal wings sprout from my eye.
Guys?
I think with a bit much for
He is cutting out, yes.
Okay.
I'll close YouTube and see if that helps. Basically, I going.
It's not better.
Hello.
Maybe just leaving real
Can you
quick and
hear me?
coming back.
Yeah.
No,
do
I'm
that.
saying bye. I'm saying bye to XSplit.
Yeah, that can do it.
Oh no, XSplit.
XSplit is a bit of a system hog, and sometimes it starts to freeze up and causes trouble. It can do weird things.
It's such a shame. Everyone pour one out for XSplit.
Don't waste it.
Okay, so it's a laptop. It's not.
Oh
the
yeah,
newest
that's a
model.
lot for a laptop.
You're better.
So basically, his eyes start glowing, and from his back sprout these incorporeal feathered wings. He takes up into the air, and he says over to Abby, "Come on, Abby, don't fall, but if you do, I got you." Oh, 8 temporary hit points as you glow that little black luminescent type thing. And
As I'm hanging on my thing, it's like, thank you. I think I'm all right.
the only thing I could do is a bonus action. And I think that's it for now. And then I'll wait. Yeah. And actually, I'll move closer. Sorry?
Are you holding like another action?
No. My action was to cast this.
Okay.
So I can start flying, but then I get some other bonus stuff. Yep. So that's all for now.
All right. So like Abby, while you're hanging off your room, you feel enlightened and you feel slightly enriched while the words come from Donnie and you're thanking him. And we're going to go now to Dorina.
All right, so the owl hasn't made any kind of aggression towards.
Nope,
It's
because
just-
it has the same initiative you do. So
Oh, okay. So if that's the case, I'm going to hold my action.
fair. The owl comes through the boards, screeching, and begins to fly down towards the flying people. Who's airborne? There's Abby hanging from her broom and Donnie. Morgo, what are you doing?
I'm back to human form.
You're on the rafter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say
Donnie
that
Donnie is flying, but he sort of just took to the air a little. It didn't really move.
all right. To make it fair. 1, 2. 1, 2 is Abby. 3, 4 is Donnie. Donnie. The owl comes screeching towards you with its talons out. Where the fuck's my owl? It's around here somewhere. Okay. Comes screeching towards you with a claw attack. And that's going to be an 18 to hit.
That's my AC.
Oh, shit. It's 2d8s. The owl screeches towards you and lashes out with its claws. And swipes. And you're going to take what is that? 5, 9. 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
And it's diving and it swoops back up. And next in the initiative is Luke. Sorry, Margot.
No worries. Happens all the time. Even the Morgo. Well, I'm going to use my action to do something odd, I suppose. Morgo was going to cast Detect Magic on the owl.
Oh, yeah?
Because horns and owl don't. What? Wait. Did you mean this owl has horns? Like, is it the great horned owl?
The owl has fucking antlers. Like
Okay.
deer owl.
Then, yeah, he's trying to detect magic. Is it maybe suspecting if this might be a
Super.
druid? A druid or a shifter or something? Or...
You detect magic. Does that tell you what school it is?
Detect magic. Faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic, and I learn it School of Magic, if any.
Fantastic. What fucking school of magic are familiars? I don't know.
Conjuration.
You detect conjuration magic around this thing.
This is someone's. Morgul just blatantly. This is someone's familiar.
Okay, now roll an intelligence check for me. Because you know people around here.
That is intelligence check would be 18.
18. You recognize this as Martine's, the wizard's familiar. He's loony batshit, and he always calls up his familiar. It's always out. The familiar seems very haughty most of the time, and it is an owl that has antlers, but it's out all the fucking time.
Okay, you're saying that like it's a problem. What's wrong with having your familiar out all the time?
Well, when you're batshit crazy and your familiar's out all the time, your familiar pretty much does what your familiar's gonna do. And many times that might lead to pretending that it's the queen of the fucking compound. I don't know. I muted myself. I think that is your turn, Morgo. Now you know things. You know some shit and some stuff.
Yep.
And next up is Abby. You're muted. Carol, you're muted.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at my spells. I decide just what I'm going to do with this creature, because it seems to me that one should be able to communicate with it somehow. I'm just trying to figure out how. I don't have the right languages, I don't think. I'm assuming it doesn't speak common. Although it's a familiar, you know, who knows? I think she's just going to. She's just going to blast this thing. She wants to scare it off. She doesn't want to kill it, but she definitely wants to make it leave. That's what she's going to try to do.
All right. Blast it.
Yeah, good luck with that. I guess she's just going to try to scare it with a bunch of sparkly things in the air. I don't know. That's actually 14.
Wait.
14. Does that hit?
Hold on. Before we go there, I forgot. I need your, let's call it an acrobatics, did you say?
All right, let's roll the acrobatics.
Yeah. To get back up onto your broom.
And that would be a total of, I wish I could add 19. It's not that hard.
All right. Yeah. So you managed to make it back up. Like, you didn't necessarily pull yourself back up onto that motherfucker. You were all like, get down here.
Yes. She was kind of pulling up with it and had her foot hooked over it and asked the broom to move down a little as she went up. And we just kind of jiggled it all together. And there she is sitting on her broom.
There you go. And then the thing and the sparklies and Owl's all like.
And yes, she's sending the whole 14 points worth of to hit sparklies at the owl.
That does not hit.
She sends it right in front of the owl to try to scare it away with this blast of magic energy in front of it. And she's like, "Get out of here! Your master won't be happy if you hurt us."
It ruffles while it's flying. Next up is Donnie. And
All
Familiar.
Right, no, he doesn't do much. He's strangely, he's perched on my shoulder, even though while I'm flying now. I move. I basically look at the bird, at the owl, and I wave my rod like I'm going to attack with it. And basically, I'm doing a fainting attack, which in itself doesn't do anything.
Are you doing that to maybe assist another person?
Well, what it does is
like a help action?
No, it's a Battle Master maneuver that gives me advantage on my next attack roll against that creature, and if I hit, I get extra damage.
Brilliant.
So first, and then when I pretend I'm going to hit, so it gets ready for an attack that doesn't happen, and then I blast again with my Eldritch Blast and the first shot. All right, that was good that I had advantage. 19 plus 14.
That hits! Boom, boom, boom.
So 20, 33. Wow, okay. And then, where did it go? All right, so I do 14.
P.S. Sidebar. I work in taxes. I'm pulling out a calculator to math this.
14.
That's right, motherfuckers. What?
20. 26, but there's that glow that I was glowing when I started flying. That's 36.
Oh shit! So an extra 3.
So 7.
Wait! Like 36 total, or like 33 plus 36? Fuck you.
No, sorry. It's 36 total.
Okay.
And what that is force damage with also, I believe, radiant damage. 10 of it is radiant. And as it just gets engulfed with this black radiant.
All right, just so we don't worry about it, this guy doesn't have any resistances.
Okay.
For magic.
And now for my second blast.
I told you I'm the worst DM ever.
Actually, I think that was... Actually, that was actually too much damage. What did I say? That was 7 too much.
No,
But let's
you
just see if I
said,
hit.
dude, you said 36 total.
Well, actually, let me see if I hit. If I hit again, we'll just count that as the damage. 14 plus 9, so 20, 23.
Additional 23
No,
or
no, no, sorry,
23
20,
is...
23 to hit. Is that
yeah, that hits.
okay? So
Yeah, that
keep the
fucking
damage.
hits.
Keep the damage that I gave you, but add 6 to that.
Okay.
Charisma mod.
And the owl squawks. I don't know what sounds an owl makes.
And I'm
Owlzilla.
done. And I'm done.
Okay. Donnie lets loose with this torrent of God knows what, and the owl, it hits the owl, and it's like makes ungodly noises, but it is still flying. And now it's really pissed off, and you hear it say, "Fucking casters." Oh, God damn it. Next up is Dorina.
Well, since this has gotten to a point now where we are actually fighting this thing, I'm going to go ahead and try Sacred Flame again. I didn't do too well on that one, so let's see here. 20 points of damage. And that's radiant damage.
Is that a roll to hit, or is that just a hit?
It's a roll to, well, no, it's a hit.
Okay. Do I deck save or anything, or is it just that's just what it is?
Oh God, of course it's too small for me to read.
Hold on.
Oh, and I've got it up here on a PDF too. I just
It's fine. Sacred flame. Like radiance. Target must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take damage.
there you go. So you answered your own question.
Sweet Jesus, that's a 6. That's not a 9. That's a 6 on the die. That ain't gonna do it. So what did you roll?
I ended up doing so that was 6. That was 20 points of damage.
And the sacred flame jumps out, and the owl combusts from the inside out, but is still flying, but very, very angry.
Fucking owl.
And it turns. It actually turns to look at the motherfucker who did the 33 points of damage to it. That's you, right, Donnie?
Yeah, that 39 total with the 2 attacks.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. The owl turns and looks at you and flies and screeches towards you with its talons out. Oh shit. That's an 18 on the die. That's 23 to hit.
Yeah, the 18 hits.
Oh dear. We've got some damage coming in. That's, oh dear again. That's going to be 18 slashing damage.
Ooh, that hurt. I'm the lowest on hit points, I think. Maximum.
Are you still conscious?
Oh no, I can take
Good.
another one of those hits.
Good, good. And the owl flies by, satisfied with its snarl. And it is now. We did Dorina already, right? Yeah. So now we're top of the round with Morgo.
Could you dispel magic of familiar?
Ooh.
Can you? Peanut gallery watching. Can you?
Well, it is a first level spell, so I would say yes. But
I don't know. Can you? What a good question. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it sounds reasonable. Dun, 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 dun. Service of familiar. Familiar acts independently. You can dismiss your familiar. I mean, it doesn't say. Micah says he thinks you can. Other people who aren't playing. Who's the other person who's not playing?
I just Googled it,
Oh,
and you can't dispel a familiar, but you can banish a familiar. Because
oh.
a find familiar's duration is
Summoned-
instantaneous.
oh, right, it's a summoned creature, so yes.
Hey, we've all learned something today. Can you?
You can banish it though, but that's pretty high level. In that case, what he'll do is he'll cast Blight on the owl. So the owl has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
DC 17.
All right. Owl roll. Con 16. 12, 14, 16 would be plus 3. 15.
All right, he fails, which means he's going to take 8d8 necrotic damage.
Oh shit! Roll that up, buddy.
Yep. That is going to be 40 necrotic damage.
Ooh. You cast your spell, and it hits the owl, and the owl screeches. And limps, but does not fall. Now it looks really pissed off.
Morgo's like, I've got another two where that came from.
Why do casters spell have to hurt so much? Abby, you're up.
Abby's like, Owl, why don't you just leave and let us rescue our friend, and we'll leave you, and we won't have to do this.
Is that a persuasion attempt?
Oh, now that you mention it, I believe it probably is.
I think it might be.
Seems likely to me.
What would that be against? Wisdom?
Or
Insight.
Thank
or
you.
perhaps she could be a little tougher with it, and it's intimidation.
Oh shit. All right, whatever works for
Get
you.
Owl, get your tail out of here, so we don't have to kill you. And it is a persuasion and not persuasion, intimidation. Yes. That would be a total of 25.
I'm going to roll this at a disadvantage since Owl just took 40 points of fucking damage.
I don't really want to kill a fellow wizard's familiar if I don't have
What
to.
check is this again? I'm sorry.
What? Intimidation?
No, for me.
I don't know because
Insight?
is that what you put against intimidation, which is a charisma-based skill?
Yeah, all the social skills are countered by insight.
Oh shit.
Did not know that.
That's a 16.
Against the 25?
Yeah. Owl did not make it. Owl like
I wanted to kill you, but I could.
fuck you, casters, and starts flying up towards the hole in the roof of the shed.
So she withholds her spell and doesn't attack at this turn. Maybe she's going to keep it ready for a moment just in case it turns around and comes back, but she's hoping it's left for good and we could find Guy and get everything out of here.
You hear from the rafters, "Look at that little winged bitch fly away like she's scared." By the way, one of my players' last game was Scottish. Whoops.
And Abby's like, "Is that you, Guy?
What? Who
Is
said
that you?
that? Who's talking?
It's me. It's Abigail."
Abigail.
I'm over here, and she kind of her flies around a little circle with her. Flies in a little circle with her.
Oh God, I know it's so bad. The you see a little head with a beard poke over the side of the nest.
I said, Abigail, the witch, not your wife, though.
We came to get
I'm
you.
your wife.
We came to get you. Unless you're having fun here.
What? Ugh, I'm not having fun here. I made a sandwich. It's sitting at home.
Aha, Morgo ate it.
That rat bastard.
Oh, it was a rotten sandwich by now. Made him sick. Dang near killed him.
Ah, get up here, girl. Come and save me.
She flies up on her broom. Ugh.
There's
Get
like
on.
a dirty little dwarf sitting there in this feathery little nest.
Wait a minute. How do we get back?
We got to figure that out. But first, let's get everybody out of here. Maybe.
All right. I cast prestidigitation on the dwarf. Clean him up.
Oh,
Thank you. He stunk.
that tickled a little bit. I like that.
That's the best you've
Say it
smelled in a
again.
decade.
It was either that or minor illusion or something,
What the fuck happened? Like, I was there and then... And he starts explaining in his perfectly good Scottish accent how he, got the painting and went through. Try to do that shit again. As you're hauling him out of the nest. What a day! I think we should get a drink.
I think we better get back into the normal size first. And it's been more than a day.
I never feel small. I'm a big man.
Darling,
But-
look around. Not today.
So, you guys fetch Guy and presumably all situate yourselves and go back to the portal?
I would think that would be a place to start.
Right, because I don't know of any other exit.
I don't know either.
Well, can we back to the croquet thing? I don't know what they're called. The gates.
It's basically
Gates, yeah.
just a croquet green. You're going back towards there. The what is it? One of the
Wicket.
hoops is
The
still
wicket.
one of the wickets. Thank you. Is still shimmering like water,
Awesome sauce.
sparkling with sunlight.
Oh, let's get through this thing.
I'll dive bomb and fly right through.
All right. And you fly right through back into Guy's living room. Which I presume the rest of you do as well, unless you want to try to take over the Mouse Kingdom. Which you could.
Not tonight. Maybe
Easier
some other
when
time.
it's easier when you're full size.
All right.
So true.
So everybody comes back through. Guy's like, oh, it feels so good to be home. Oh, you ate
I
my
need a-
sandwich, you dirty motherfucker. Wow, that was kind of like Italian and weird.
It's okay. Don't worry about
I
it.
need I need a nap and a massage and another nap.
Mm.
And without even asking, I'm gonna go sit back in his chair.
Guy looks at you sitting in his chair and shrugs and cracks his back and goes, you'll know what I need. I need some of that Yo Baba special to get me going again. Who's coming to the bar?
I'll come.
Oh, definitely after today.
Oh yes. She's going to cast prestidigitation on herself to be all sparkly clean, and stop by at home and change into her nice clothes.
And so our heroes leave Guy's house and go to their respective abodes and then meet again at the Golden Corral for their buffet, their prune drinks, and their shenanigans. Except for maybe Donnie, who may or may not still be asleep in the armchair. Just saying. I don't know.
He's probably still sleeping.
And Abby's like, I'll buy the first round.
Margot isn't there. However, very soon you'll probably hear shouting and people saying like, "The shed's on fire! The shed's on fire!"
See, I thought in his case you'd hear flushing again.
You like went back and burnt down the shed? Bless you.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Abby just shakes her head and deals the cards.
Oh wait, what was the name of the wizard whose familiar we chased away?
Martine. Like, my notes again. Martine. Martine's familiar was Kip, the owl with the antlers.
Margot would like to stealthily enter Martine's room. Bring his hood up and say, "Your time has come, Martine," and close the door behind him.
It's so dark. Martine looks up. What? Is that you, Margaret?
No, Martine, it is I, Mongo the Magnificent. And
Margaret, what's wrong with your voice?
Your time is
like so hoarse.
Your time has come to pass.
Don't I know that? Are you just killing Martine? It's cool.
Oh,
He's asleep. You go ahead and do that if you want to. Go on, Luke. Be that guy.
No, you know what?
Kill him. What?
Nope. I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to cast as my last 5th level spell of the day. Yes, on Martine.
Ooh, exciting.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
Oh no, that one went on the floor. Atcon die, 15 on the die. What would a level, like your level wizard be for int?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, if he was, I don't know. I mean, I can look in Bolos. I mean, there's.
What's your? You're a wizard. What's your modifier?
Well, my modifier is +5.
So that would be 15, 16, 17. So that would be like a 17.
So we would hit the DC, which means.
Oh shit! Martine sputters. I don't know that girl.
Mark will do the only other thing he can think of doing, and he will mix up his medication days, and then leave.
Oh, so mean. That's like chaotic shit.
I'm lawful evil.
That's fair. And so you do. And so the repercussions will come to Martine in time. In time.
You thought he was a sweet, innocent human raised by halflings.
No.
Little did you know.
Never assume.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it was halflings or tieflings at this point.
I gotta get my supplies somehow.
Actually, I want to have some fun. He wakes up. He goes actually to see Martine. Does he know that Martine has a girlfriend? This Margaret or something? Does he know about Margaret? There's a chance he knows. All right, let's just say he does. It's for fun. And he uses Mask of Many Faces and looks like Margaret just to get in. He wants to still kill that stupid familiar. Spoiler
alert! Familiar's not there. Familiar doesn't hang out with him.
Oh well. All right, well, I keep an eye out for that familiar.
It made a nest, for God's sakes, in the now burning shed.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, never mind. I'm done.
Should I kill him? You know what? Actually, no. I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I have one 4th level spell left. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Man, you guys are ruthless. You're like, I'm just going to take this motherfucker out.
See, now Abby's just clueless and she's off knitting or something. She has no clue what's
y'all are like at your Bubba's having fucking like some fucking drinks and daiquiris.
Oh yeah, margaritas, man. She's drinking margaritas and knitting.
I will use my do a second casting of Summon Greater Demon in Martinez's room of a Tanaruk, which is the demonic corrupted orc from Volo's Guide.
Okay.
And as soon as I cast it, I will immediately stop concentration. So in 1d6 rounds, the out of control abyssal orc that with an unbridled fury as an ability, just let him loose in the room for a little bit. And then...
The abyssal orc appears and looks at Martine's prone body and goes, smashes his head in, then looks at you and goes,
have fun storming the castle. And then I leave out of the door.
And there you go. Martine is dead. His familiar, wherever it is, poofs out of existence, because that's how familiars work.
I think we should go and deal with Guy's son who sent him that portal into the shrinked world, man. That was the problem.
What? You're gonna go pick on fucking
No. No,
I'm-
she's gonna sit there and drink margaritas till she's plastered in knit.
poor Fieri. He's just a bard who likes to go around from town to town, talk big nonsense, and eat stuff. Just saying.
Drivers.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and someone gave him a good deal on this painting, and he kind of liked it and sent it to his dad.
Like, I mean, if you want to track him down, the last time I checked, he was in Flavortown. So,
That's a ways from here. We'd have to go out on the road, wouldn't we?
yeah, you could.
He's
We'd
doing a
have to
show
eat at
called
diners.
Maybe some diners and drive-ins.
Maybe a dive.
Dungeons, Dragons, and Dives.
Yeah. I think that pretty much does it for my story. Oh my god. So you guys, thanks for playing.
Oh, it was a blast.
Did you?
I really, really enjoyed it. Well done.
Thanks for
That
running.
was pretty darn cool.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know if Doris will ever forgive me.
I mean, if you want to do some ass slappery, I'll leave this shit going. But you don't have to or anything. And you're right. I don't know who is Mornblade fucking Dave.
That's Dave, yeah.
Hi, Dave. My goal wasn't to kill anyone. So.
But he doesn't want to admit that. Oh yeah, you should run this at AtCon. There you go.
I was thinking about it. I'm probably gonna put like some twists and spins on it, but I was thinking about it.
That would be fun.
So yeah, I mean, now that it's broadcast, it's like everybody knows about it. So.
Well, that's all right. You just switch it around a little. Different bunch of people go a different way. Good people will ignore what's happened in the past and not metagame and have their fun with it,
Yeah, they won't be all like, aha, guys in the rafters. Like,
You changed the location
so
of the familiar.
was I right though with the whole like you guys can pick whatever magic items you want to?
Oh yeah, they're fun. They just add flavor basically. This whole thing.
Yeah, I was a little worried about it for the fight. I'm like, oh, this is gonna I was like, these guys are gonna steamroll through this shit. But you guys are the second group who didn't piss off the squirrels. Just saying.
Next
Yeah,
time.
you could have found
Next
someone to
time.
piss off the squirrels pretty easily too.
I just need to share this just for fun. If you piss off the squirrels, like you fight squirrels.
Well, actually,
If we're gonna debrief, we should probably quit broadcasting and just hang out.
Yeah,
Luke-
that's fair.
Luke did say that they will be
We
pissed
lost
off in
food.
about 12 hours when their acorn disappears.
Oh my god, they're gonna be so pissed off when their acorn's gone. Holy
They're going to
shit.
start attacking every old person in the retirement home.
We'll be wake up to find holes in our walls and our pantry's emptied and
No more cashews for you, fuckers. We got them.
if I've been paying attention, I had a bag with 100 gold in it on my robe of useful items. I could have bribed them off great. But I think the acorn
Your
was
gold
better.
is no your gold is no good there with the squirrels.
You know what? I just realized I don't think I cast any actual spell. And
Are you kidding me?
Wait, hold on. I have 2 spell slots,
Right.
plus 1 that I can recover from the staff, and my ring has 5 spell levels.
You
that I
guys-
put into it.
Okay, you guys had some wicked fucking magic items. I know that Carol and Yvonne were both like, so I want to take this and this. Is that going to be okay? And I was just like, yep.
They were fun.
She
Having
was like,
my biggest thing actually that helped me the most was the feat of observant, which added like 5 points to my investigation and perception skills.
I really enjoyed the fact, though, that it didn't seem to make much of a difference.
Well, then I'd roll 2. Who cares if you're adding 9 to it,
So what did you guys think of the elderly melody roll table?
That was
fun.
and annoying, but fun.
Yes, yes.
I think you need to create a PDF version and post it up in the
Yes, yes.
online.
I think that's special.
I really enjoy this. I'm not gonna lie. I even made like little D4 pictures for the natural one.
What I would like is to run another one shot in this with a different storyline, maybe.
Like still old people, like a continuation kind of thing. I've thought about it. I've thought about ways I could spin off a sequel to this. I really do want to use my roll chart again because it's amazing.
I really enjoyed the old people scene. That was a blast. I love playing it.
Oh,
I had a lot of fun. As I said, all I really cast was Spare the Dying didn't work. The only real spell was a cantrip, Eldritch Blast. Out of all these spells, and they're useful. If we were still fighting the thing, I would have cast my other damaging spell, but it's like, should I use it? I only have 3 slots. Whatever. I didn't need to.
Figured that might be a thing. Like, people would be like, I don't want to blow all my spell slots on this. And I knew going into it that, like, when I kept saying attunement rules, I knew you wouldn't have a chance to reattune to anything else. So, like,
right.
I think it was interesting. We have all this stuff, but you know what? It was a lot of role playing, and what wasn't needed. It's a fun game that it's not. You could have made us level 20 if you wanted. It still would have come out the same way, I think.
Oh, thanks, guys. Like that's my goal, was to make you guys like. I didn't want you guys to PvP with each other. But
we weren't going to PvP. We were just having
like,
a little fun with each other.
It's called banter.
Yes, yes.
We're
in party banter.
We don't have to like everyone. We could be mean to them. It's like, we don't care. We're still gonna see each other tomorrow and play cards.
Right. We'll forget all our problems by then anyway. You know, on that map, the Charming Pond, you got to run a sequel underwater in the pond.
Well, and I have an idea. You could use your chart. But the PCs don't make the mold. They've entered into a building where the stuff still can happen to them. Some just strange things like a wild sorcerer's lair or something. So just weird stuff starts happening.
It is. My original idea was I wanted to put you guys like in a dungeon, but my Alaska friend was all like, you put all of this effort into the old folks home, why not just put them into the old folks home? I was like,
that was brilliant.
Yeah,
totally brilliant.
I was like, okay,
you could quit broadcasting and we could still talk.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, bye everybody. I don't know how to do this, so okay, bye.
There's a end broadcast button there somewhere.
Yeah, I see it.